Alright, where am I? There we are! Hello everyone, it's good to see you again. Welcome back to Steins Gate. I'm trying a new thing, and I'm trying to have, like, my sunlight, facing me, because it's been, I haven't been awake for a lot of sunlight lately. But actually, I think it might be fucking stuff up, so let's, there we go, that's better. Alright, never mind. I can put on my sun lamp later. I'm gonna be up for a bit. Hi Logan, welcome! And hi Life! I see the eyes emoji there. That's one of my favorites. What the fuck am I saying? So, I'm gonna do my best to have no tangents today. None at all. Totally not saying this for a bit that I might do later. Alright, so, what happened last time? Yeah, we all know at this point that, I cannot avoid my tangents. I can avoid them in my art, but not in my speaking! So yeah, so last time on Steins Gate, we had a fight scene that's, It was kind of uncomfortable when it happened, and now knowing more about Moeka, it is, extremely uncomfortable, but that's, I mean, like I said, at the moment that it happened, it's like, you gotta do what you gotta do, but like in hindsight, it's like, yeah, you know, extremely depressing, that is a good word for it. What are your thoughts on Warriors games? I know fuck all about them. Hi Red, welcome to the channel! Or welcome to the stream, not the channel. You've been on the channel before. What am I saying? Sorry if I'm a little all over the place. I know I say this like basically every stream nowadays because I've just been having like a hard time sleeping lately. But like, last night was particularly weird for it. So what happened was, I had, at around like 11:30, I had like a big bowl of spaghetti and meatballs because I hadn't eaten dinner until then. I forgot to eat dinner. Nah, first time here, absolutely. Never been here before. Nah, I remember dinner. I did remember dinner today. I had chicken nuggets. Not all over the place. I'm on middle left screen. Hi, 100th Assassin. Wow, we got a lot of people in the beginning now. Damn. But yeah, so last night I had a big bowl of spaghetti and meatballs, and I was like, oh, I'll just close my eyes for a few minutes. And then I woke up at 4 a.m. And I was like, what? It was one of those sleeps where you wake up and you go, what year is it? So I'm like, alright, this is great. I could just brush my teeth and go to bed and I'll wake up at a half-decent time. And no, that's not what happened. I made a funny tweet and I was like, okay, I'm gonna roll over and I'm gonna go to sleep now. And my body said, no. My body was, oh fuck, Vesta, no! My cat just almost knocked over a full glass of water onto my keyboard! Please, don't be destructive for one stream! But yeah, so, yeah, it didn't happen. I didn't go to sleep right away. In fact, I tossed and I turned, and I tossed and I turned, until the sun was literally rising! Val's gonna drive to my place and beat me up if I stay up. But then again, wait a minute. Why were you up at 4 a.m.? Huh? You need to sleep at a normal time too. I'm getting text messages. Everything is everything is scrambled. But yeah, so it's like by the time I fell asleep, the sun was literally rising, and then I woke up at noon, and I was like, really? 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 We were so close! We were so close to a normal sleep! So yeah, if I'm a little all over the place today, I can use that as an excuse. I'm not gonna say that's why, because honestly, I think with both the sleeps together, I got, like, at least 9 hours of sleep. Vesta! I need to put my water glass somewhere else! But there's nowhere I can put it that this cat won't knock it over! You're watching Golden Kamuy. Yeah, why were you doing that at 4 a.m.? Also, the Kingdom Hearts announcement kept you awake. Listen, I was awake at 4 a.m. after sleeping for 4 hours. I have a better excuse than you do. At least I got some sleep. Cat, why do you have the fucking zoomies now? Alright, let's play Steins Gate. I pulled the game open, but I didn't move to... Dying, 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 I'm dying. Nightmare, nightmare, demons, nightmare. Let's just load the game. Alright, so last time there was the fight scene. That was kind of uncomfortable, like, when it happened. And it's extremely uncomfortable in hindsight. And then now, fucking... we found out that Tenyoji, Mr. Braun, fucking works for CERN. Except it wasn't his choice. He's like the same kind of thing. He's a rounder, like Moeka was, and the rounders are all just kind of like randomly hired by CERN, and then once they achieve their goal, they're assassinated immediately. And then Tenyoji fucking shot himself in the head in front of us, and we went back to Moeka's apartment like, okay, what the fuck do we do? And then Mr. Braun's kid showed up and stabbed Moeka in the gut and told Okabe that she would kill him in 15 years. And Okabe was like, hey, what the fuck was that about? And so we went back in time to figure out what the fuck that was about. So yeah, that's all you need to know about what's happened lately. Honestly, I've been falling asleep disgusting since I was waking up at 12 to 5 a.m. and that screwed up my sleep schedule. Yeah, I feel like it would. Although then again, like, it all depends kind of like work or school or whatever, like whatever you're doing in your life, because I mean, the majority of my family, like all the way back to my grandparents, have like worked night shifts. I'm kind of an outlier in my family for like being awake during the day. You got sleep, you woke up at 2 p.m. That's true, but you were still awake at 4 a.m. Rounders are crowdsourced, that's what we learned. Alright, so this is right after we time traveled back, and we were with Kurisu and Moeka to go and find Mr. Braun. Well, we didn't know it was Mr. Braun, we just knew it was FB. We were just, like, following different people as they, like, carried the IBM 5100. So, yeah, here we go. Kurisu glances at Moeka, then whispers into my ear.
今は朝の7時前だな。
あ？そうだけど、何よ、いきなり。
After time leaping 4 hours back, I find myself in front of the station. This is right after Moeka and I met up with Kurisu right after returning from Narita Airport. After this comes the Tenyoji residence. Woke up 2 hours ago at 12 a.m. I was getting back to sleep, then my simp nature kicked in and saw the few VTubers were live. Turning on my phone was a massive mistake. Oh no! You should go back to sleep! You can watch the VOD tomorrow. It's alright if you miss one. I don't want you to ruin your sleep schedule just to catch one of my streams where it's half gameplay and half me talking about fucking nothing. Moeka is standing a few meters away, kicking the dirt in boredom. Moeka was dead just a few minutes ago, but now she's perfectly fine. I feel no surprise. I guess I've grown accustomed to that particular facet of time travel. After all, I've seen Mayuri come back to life countless times already. Oh no, Vesta, don't step on my fucking power button on my computer! There is one other thing experience has taught me. Today, Moeka and Tenyoji will die, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. I know it's cruel, but I didn't come back here to save them. I don't have the means to, and it isn't my problem. The problem is Nai. We arrive in front of Tenyoji's house just like we did before I time-leaped. This time I wait outside with Kurisu. Moeka enters alone, expressionless as ever. While we wait outside, I tell Kurisu what's about to happen. I also tell her to wait a little while after she hears the gunshot and then go inside and take Tenyoji's phone. Feels like an eternity passes in silence. And then... there it is! Kurisu gasps. Her body goes stiff. I immediately look around. Just as Kurisu told me, I see a girl come out of the window. She walks away quickly, but at the same time taking care not to make a sound. That's not how a child acts after witnessing her father's death.
Mate!
Nai looks over her shoulder. She spears me with eyes full of hatred. That alone is enough to make me shiver. It's pitiful, but a tiny little girl is making me nervous. Yeah, SERN did something to this chick. Something is very wrong here. This Nai is like a completely different person. They gave her like a sleeper agent conditioning. Gunshot is like her trigger noise. She goes into sleeper agent mode. Hi Patchy, welcome to the stream. We got like a full fucking chat today. Holy shit. I want to know her true identity. That's why I time-leaped instead of sending the D-mail. Nai is still running, ignoring my calls to stop. I run after her. Out of shape though I may be, I'm still more than a match for a 12-year-old girl. The distance between us quickly shortens. Nai keeps running, occasionally looking back at me and grinding her teeth in a very unchildlike manner. Normally, a child being chased by a man will cry and scream things like, "Stay away!" or "Help!" But this girl says nothing. The only sound is her heavy breathing.
Tomare!
I call out to her once more when she's nearly in arm's reach. Unexpectedly, Nai slows down and eventually stops to catch her breath. Oh god, if you're scared, then, what's about to happen? Oh god! Looks like she's realized she can't get away. From the sound of her breathing, she must be at her limit. We're alone. Kurisu and Moeka must still be at the house. And the streets are empty thanks to the Obon holidays. Perfect. I was afraid someone might report me as a... oh god damn! Now I can get what I need to know out of this strange girl who looks like Nai. Call out to her as soon as I catch my breath. Ooh. Nai glares at me as she catches her breath. Yeah, strong word there. I think YouTube will shoot me if I say that. She punctuates her nonchalant reply with a cruel smile. That is not the face of a child. I wasn't even in there! What?
父さんが死んだ時、桐生萌香はその場にいた。でも父さんが死ぬのを止めなかった。だから許さない。お前もだ、岡部倫太郎。あの場にはいなかったけど、お前に関わらなければ父さんは死ななくて済んだ。
Wait, is she blaming me for finding the IBN 5100? How the hell was I supposed to know?
だがお前はすぐには殺さない。殺せないからね。
Why not? Tiny little girl, barely half my height, looks up at me with a smile that chills my blood.
お前を殺すのは15年後。それまでせいぜい怯え続けるんだ。
I get on my knees and grab Nai by the shoulders, pull back my terror and meet her stare for stare, and yet this girl doesn't even flinch. She isn't Tenyoji Nai.
15年後に殺すってどういう意味なんだ。
そのままの意味だよ。お前は15年後に私が殺した。
Nai's a time traveler too? Killed? Why is she using past tense? Nai laughs once, a harsh and mocking sound. So wait, does this explain why Mayuri died in that one timeline? Because we always considered the timeline where Mayuri died because Nai pushed her in front of a train as like an outlier. We always thought that was like, okay, this is proof that the universe is against her, it's not just SERN. But if she's working for SERN and she wants these people to suffer because she blames them for her father's death, then maybe it's not an outlier after all. Nai laughs once, a harsh and mocking sound. Then she leans in and whispers.
わからないのか？今こう言った？お前は誰なんだって。私は天王寺苗だよ。間違いなくな。ただし私は15年先の記憶まで思い出している。
Oh damn! So she time leaped too. No. Did she? Nai suddenly whips out a knife, catching me completely off guard. Oh, fuck! Oh shit, we also got an achievement for this! 75% CG achievement! Nai drives the knife into the elbow of my right arm, which was grabbing her shoulder. Blood sprays on Nai's face, but she doesn't even blink. Instead, she laughs. Just like she laughed when she killed Moeka. Yeah, this is a good CG. Like, goddamn, it's really scary to see. Like, I know that he's been, like, threatened with death before. That's not new. But seeing Okabe in such, like, actual fucking mortal danger, because we know that, you know, when the Rounders come to get him, they want him alive. Nai may not have the same fucking mercy. I know she says that she kills him in 15 years, but, I mean, we could change her mind. The intense pain brings me to my knees. For a moment I panic, but somehow I manage to convince myself that I'm fine. I won't die here, I tell myself. This world line won't accept that. It's just like Nai said herself. It's not that she won't kill me. She can't. If she tried, something would surely interfere.
お前を殺した時のこと教えてあげよっか。なんかレジスタンスの創始者とか言ってセルンに歯向かってたみたいだけど、私が拉致して監禁してやって考えつく限りのありとあらゆる拷問を加えてやったよ。
Damn.
お前は痛みに泣きわめきクソとしょんべんをまき散らしながら私に命乞いをした。
Holy fucking
実に
shit.
憎かったよ、岡部倫太郎。しょうがないから最後に私自身の手で喉をかき切ってやった後、気が済むまでメット刺しにしたのよ。一体何回刺したか私でもわからないぐらいにね。
Yeah, the voice acting is really fucking good. It definitely adds to the scene.
それが15年後のお前が迎える最後だ。父さんを殺したお前を待っている運命だ。
But we didn't do anything! Nai grabs my arm and digs her tiny fingers into the wound. My nerves burst into flame, not just in my arm, but throughout my entire body. Pain forces the air from my lungs in a blood-curdling scream. I can't shake off Nai's hands. I can't even move a finger against the pain.
セルンはお前の作ったタイムリープマシンを回収して15年もの間一切手をつけずに保管したままだったんだ。私はそれに目をつけたの。15年後ラウンダーになった私はお前を殺してからそれを使ってここまで戻ってきた。一度にたった48時間しか遡れない欠陥品だから随分苦労したけど。
To travel 15 years in 48-hour increments would take... Damn, I can't calculate through the pain.
単純計算で2738回だ。
Jesus fucking Christ.
他にもいろいろあったせいで 実際の回数はきっと倍以上だけどな。自分が何回タイムリープしたかなんてとっくに忘れたよ。
Now I get it. When I came to this world line, I went back to the lab after learning of Moeka's suicide. And once I got there, I found evidence someone had used the time leap machine. So that was Nai's final time leap. He asked Kurisu to get it. He asked Kurisu to get the phone. So hopefully she did. Please, for the love of God, tell me she did, because otherwise we're in fucking trouble. But I keep staring into my eyes as her fingers crawl deeper into my wound, bite my lip in a desperate attempt to bear the pain. My blood won't stop flowing, collects into a puddle and stains the asphalt dark red.
私はこの復讐のためだけに生きてきた。誰にも邪魔はさせない。絶対に桐生萌香も殺してやる。この手でだ。
So, I'm gonna try to lighten the mood a little bit because, holy fucking shit. So, my family has this fucking, like, inside joke about the word asphalt because there was a Bob the Builder episode from, like, that me and my brother watched when we were, like, babies, where they pronounce it asphalt. And anytime we see the word asphalt, one of us goes, "Oh no, he stepped in the wet asphalt." So now anytime I see that word, I just think of that fucking sentence. Does anyone else have that? Does anyone else have, like, just dumb words that cause, like, stupid little jokes to pop into your head and it can, like, completely kill the mood of something? Because I feel like this just did. Alright, back to this.
そんな生ぬるい死に方で逃がしたりはしない。
Damn.
それだけのために15年もの歳月を遡ってきたのかよ。
She's insane. And it was Moeka and I who made her that way. Who turned an innocent little girl into a creature of hatred starved for vengeance. He stole 15 years of her life. 15 years. I can't understand what it's like to live with such hatred for so long. Like, yeah, don't you get tired?
たったそれだけだと。
Oh god, you made it worse, you made it worse, you made it worse! My slender fingers pried deeper into my wound. So deep I can feel her fingers against my bone. I don't like that! So I've mentioned this before, like, I think I mentioned this to Val, and I don't remember if it was on stream or not, but, like, the reason why I don't watch slasher movies, or, like, any, like, torture porn movie, anything like that, it's not, like, the gore that gets me, it's because something about my brain, whenever I see or, like, read severe injury, my brain goes, hey, imagine what it would be like if that happened to you, right now. Feel it, right now. Like, it's not the gore that gets me, it's the moment of injury.
お前たちにとってはたったそれだけかもしれないが、私にとってはお前と桐生萌香を殺すことだけが全てなんだよ。
Why are you streaming today? Why not yesterday or Monday or something? That's just my streaming schedule. Because, I mean, yesterday, or, Sunday, wait, yesterday or Monday. Today's Tuesday. But, I mean, on Sunday, I was streaming with Val. We were doing the Great Ace Attorney. Monday's a day off. Friday's a day off. Saturday's a day off. You don't like suffering? How completely strange, not at all a positive human trait. No, it's like, it's not strange at all. To an extent. It's strange because I fucking adore horror. Because, like, I love horror content. For a little bit, I was actually listening to the Magnus Archives to go to sleep, and it was a bad idea. And, like, as freaked out as Cooking Companions made me, in my country, it's Wednesday. Okay. See, for me, today is Tuesday in my, time zone. So, yeah. My streaming schedule is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, starting 9 p.m. EST, and that's when we do Steins Gate. But yeah, it's because I really love horror. It's just that I can't stand the actual injury part. Yeah, timezone.exe. Alright. Let's... Oh, fuck, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Can I play my video game, please?
それで萌香を殺してその後はどうするつもりだ
その後
遡ってきた15年をもう一度やり直すのか
そんなものに何の価値がある
It's like seeing someone get hit in the private part during a show and you recoil in pain IRL. It kind of is like that, but it's like any injury.
価値なんて
And the worst part is,
ないの
it also like counts for like secondhand embarrassment, which fucking sucks. Like anytime that I watch a scene that relies on secondhand embarrassment, I feel like I am in the scene and it sucks. Like when I was watching Encanto, I had to actually like alt tab and do something else during like the dinner scene when Isabella's boyfriend is gonna propose to her. I had to alt tab and not watch because it was physically painful for me. Okay, listen. I have been surrounded by people my whole life who love to watch cringe. Oh yeah, Encanto is 100% worth it. It's like probably one of the best Disney movies to come out in the last like 10 years. It's a great movie. I highly recommend it. A few people say that like, you know, the musical stuff is a little like egregious, but I mean, it's a fucking Disney movie. What were you expecting? Actually, I kind of like that they went back to doing, like, some musical stuff. And honestly, a lot of the songs fucking slap. Yeah, I really like it because, like, I like that it focuses on, like, the family drama over, like, some big adventure. Like, pretty much the whole movie takes place in, like, the one house. And that's really interesting. I like the sort of magic system they have for it, where it's like, it's magic realism, where it's like, the characters have these powers and it's not really explained where it came from or like, really why it stuck with them or why everyone gets like the powers that they do. But you don't need to know that stuff for the story to be good. Like, it really does focus on, like, the individual characters. And they're all really fleshed out, considering that it's an ensemble cast. There are a few that, like, aren't quite as fleshed out. But at the same time, like, they all have their little moments. They all have, like, something that makes them memorable, which is cool. I will say, the one thing that there were two things I wasn't expecting going into the movie. First off, because I had seen, like, some stuff on Tumblr. First off, I wasn't expecting Bruno to be as much of, like, a comedic character as he is. Because a lot of the fan art I saw of him was, like, very serious looking. And I think it's also because, like, most of the fan art I saw of him was because I was looking in the Magnus Archives tag and people kept drawing him alongside John because so many people draw John looking very similar to Bruno. So it's become kind of a joke. Also, I wasn't expecting the rat telenovela thing to be real. I thought that was like a fan-made thing that the fans were just like, yeah, that's something, you know, this person would do. No, it's real. Anyways, enough talking about Disney movies. Okabe's had this knife pointed to his throat for the last 10 minutes. She doesn't cry. She doesn't sneer. Her voice is flat and emotionless as she speaks these words. There's nothing more I can say to this girl that I destroyed. At last, Nine lets go of my arm. She looks in disgust at her hands now covered in my blood.
お前は今何もしなくていい。
All I've seen about, from Encanto is the song about not talking about Bruno, and I believe the entire family owes him an apology. They fucking do. The whole town does. Like, funnily enough, he's basically got the same backstory as fucking Pokemon, Absol from Pokemon. Because it's like, oh, this person has like precognitive abilities that let them see shit that's gonna go wrong, and then they try to tell people about the stuff that's gonna go wrong, and the people are like, it's your fault that the future ended up bad. Like, apologize to the man. He didn't ask for these powers. You made him live with rats for like 10 years.
ただ怯え後悔し続けろ岡部倫太郎。
No, I don't think we will.
私が迎えに行く時まで。
No, I don't think you will. Rats, rats, we are the rats. Celebrating yet another birthday bash. Michael, it's your birthday today. Cake and ice cream is on its way. God. I love the Rats birthday song so much. If someone made, like, a version of that replaced Michael with my name, I would love it. I would listen to it every year on my birthday. Oh man, have you guys seen, like, those YouTube channels that do, like, epic birthday song with, like, different names? Like, there's one that it's like the shittiest rock song imaginable, and it just goes, it's your birthday today. And then they just replace, like, at the end, it's just, like, whatever name. So, after they say, it's your birthday today, they'll go, Michael! And it's just a video, and it's got, like, CGI dinosaurs and, like, those, like, gifs of explosions. It's the cheesiest shit. Remember walking 4 kilometers because I forgot to bring my phone. Oh, Jesus. That's a lot. You guys have never seen those channels? Just look up, like, epic, awesome birthday song. I'm sure you'll find what I'm, like, talking about here. Although, then again, I'm also the person who Googled person names for a clown the other night, expecting to get anything of value. So, don't trust what I say to Google. It probably won't work. Anyways, a whole tangent and 2/3 later. God, yeah. This is why at the beginning I'm like, no tangents today. This is a bit. I'm powerless to stop her from running away. Buddy, please don't snap at me. Please don't snap on me. Fuck. I'm fucking up my words today. This isn't even like, oh, I can't read. It's like, I know what I want to say. My brain is putting out the wrong fucking words. Is this because I was awake from like 4 a.m. to 7 a.m.? This is what happens when I'm awake like early in the morning. Oh, wait. Dry laughter leaks out of my mouth. That girl's disconnected from causality, just like I am. I asked her what she would do after killing Moeka, and she didn't answer. That first time she lived through all those 15 years, all she had was revenge. And after time leaping thousands of times, she exacted that revenge. How will she live those 15 years the second time around? Will she kill me again? Will her revenge be complete then? Or will it continue forever until even she forgets why? Thought squeezes my heart like a vice. Does time travel bring nothing but pain? I mean, in our experience, no, it only brings pain. Ah, okay. Okay, I'm waiting for it. We built a time machine out of curiosity. We were fools. If not for our meddling, CERN would not have targeted us. Yuri would not have died. Suzuha would not have had to travel to the past. Ferris would not have lost her father twice. Luca would not have to forsake her feelings for me. And Moeka would not have killed Mayuri. Kurisu runs up to me. She turns pale at the sight of my bleeding arm.
あんた、その傷どうしたの？大丈夫？
She kneels in front of me, worry is etched on her face.
携帯は
持ってきたけど。
Kurisu hands me FB's phone. I take it and start typing out the mail with my left hand.
説明してよ。その傷はどうしたの？救急車呼んだ方がいい？
落ち着け。今から D メールを送る。
あ、そうか。世界線が変わればこの傷もなくなるのかな。
Yes, but who cares about my wound? Tenyoji's death, Moeka's death, and the damage to Nai's soul will all be undone. That's what matters. I finish the mail and take a breath.
なあ、どうして店長は萌香を殺さなかったんだろうな。
どういうこと？
Any rounder who finds an IBN 5100 is silenced. No exceptions. That's what Tenyoji said. In that case, the one who should have been eliminated first was Moeka. She found the IBN 5100 in the first place. And yet Tenyoji cut contact with her instead. When we exposed his true identity, he shot himself, not Moeka.
俺は思うんだ。やっぱり店長は萌香を助けたかったんだよ。
Perhaps that's just wishful thinking. Perhaps I'm just looking for an ounce of comfort in all this suffering. Even if that was Tenyoji's intention, it was meaningless. Moeka will die today. Whether by her own hand or Nai's, it doesn't matter. However,
ベータ世界線ではそうなるといいな。
they are the enemy. I should hate them for killing Mayuri. But in some sense, Tenyoji, Moeka, and Nai are just victims of my foolish experiments. I pray that they can live normal lives, at least, on the Beta world line. For their sake as well as Mayuri's, I must send this email.
悪いな。ない。
Once this email is sent, the world line will be undone. I'm clicking on the phone screen to make sure that I don't miss the prompt. Because I feel like if I miss a prompt, we're going straight for a bad end. Once this email is sent, the world line will be
お
undone.
前の復讐は果たされない。
It's really twisted when you think about it. Braun kills himself to save Moeka, and Nai leaps back 15 years to kill Moeka, who Braun saved. Yeah, exactly. Send it! Yeah, baby! Okay, 57, 10, 46. Where is my fucking post-it note? My desk is covered in post-it notes! That just says influencers vape on planes, speak French, do fraud, and get stranded in Mexico. Where is my post-it note? Where did it go? No! I'm trying to keep track, but I can't. Colonel, I'm trying to keep track of the world lines. But my brain sucks. I can't find my fucking post-it notes. Is that it? No. Okay, we're not keeping track anymore. I think it was like, fucking 42, 52. No, not 42. God, that would be a huge leap. I'm gonna start a new post-it. Where the fuck are all my pencils? Why is my desk such a mess? What? Sound of crying. Here we go. Satellite radio. Alright, there we go. Fuck. No. There. Okay. 0.571046. We're on our way back. Alright. The world shatters, warps, and reforms. Eventually, those... If my mic could just stay upright for like 3 seconds, that'd be great. I would love that. Sorry if you guys hear me like touching my mic. Thing keeps falling. Eventually, those sensations disappear and color gradually returns to the world. I find myself standing in the street near the lab. The burning pain in my right arm is suddenly gone. I look down. There's no wound. No blood. Instead, I'm holding a convenience store bag with 2 bottles of Dr. P. Fuck yeah, I love Dr. Pepper. I guess it worked. I head straight for Moika's apartment. When I get there, Moika opens the door normally and peeks out at me. She looks fine. No signs of despair. No blood stain by the door. No knife either. Yeah, baby, she's alive!
ここどうやって調べ
少し時間を潰させてもらうぞ
I barge into the room. Okay, this is a little weird. The hour of Moika's death passes with no sign of Nai. Fuck yes! The world line has changed. Oh, I got mail. Moika's right in front of me, but she sends me mail. Feels like forever since we last conversed like this.
必要ないと
My supervisor told me to stop looking.
FB からストップが
Ooh, we said something we shouldn't have! We've never seen her do that sprite before. So FB's still alive. I feel relief, but also fear. I mustn't forget that he is my enemy. For now, however, I'm more interested in what Moika just said. FB canceled her mission to retrieve the IBM 5100. Yeah, that's the fucking D-mail you sent, bud!
任務達成はすなわち処分確定。扱いとしては犬っつうより家畜だな。
I recall his last words. Perhaps he canceled her mission so that they wouldn't be eliminated. If that's the truth, then maybe he really was trying to save Moika.
ただ怯え後悔し続けろ岡部倫太郎15年後に私が迎えに行く時まで
I wonder what happens in Nai. I can't get that childish yet hate-filled voice out of my head. On that world line, I turned an innocent girl into a murderer. I bite my lip hard enough to draw blood. I won't fear you, Nai, nor will I repent. That world line has already been undone. But how will things turn out on this new world line? No, there's no point thinking about it. If the plan worked, the IBM 5100 should already be back in my possession. And if that's the case, then there's no need to stay on this world line either. Oh, Kabe commits for gore. On the way back to the lab, I stop by the Bronze Tube workshop and peek in through the window. The 42-inch CRT is powered on, and Tenyoji, FB, is lounging in front of it, reading the sports pages. FB is still alive. His daughter, Nai, has no reason to hate anyone now. I climb the stairs to the lab. There's nobody there but Kurisu.
桐生萌香のアパートに行ったか
は
Kurisu pauses her at-channel browsing session to look at me in confusion.
萌香さんのアパート私が行ってないけど
そうか
どういうことよ
いや行っていないならいいんだ
I cut across the lounge and head straight for the development room. In the middle of that room sits the time leak machine. After a glance at the time leak machine, I scan the shelves. Well, first off, Mayuri! Haven't seen you in a while. Okabe's been acting strange lately, so Mayushi didn't go to Kamima today. You're at the lab? Maybe I'll go there now. Haven't seen you in a couple of days, you know? We usually see each other every day, so it's really lonely. I know it's only been 4 days at most, but I'm used to being with you all the time. I'm your hostage, remember? Don't let go. Aw, that's sad. We're so focused on saving her that we're not spending any time with her. After a glance at the time link machine, I scan the shelves. A large, familiar cardboard box. Fuck yes! Okay, Vesta, you're blocking the screen. I'm trying to look at this retro PC. Vesta, I love you, yes. Yes, there you go. You got your ear scritches. Here you go, can you move? Vesta, please move. Please move. Okay, I'll move you by force. Alright, there we go. I was right. Inside the box is the IBM 5100, the legendary retro PC stolen from me by a twist of fate. At last, it has returned! The long battle is finally over. I did it. Yeah, we got it! We can save my Uri. He's at Kamima. He's at Kamima. I can't contain my excitement. My heart is beating like a jackhammer. Oh, right. In that case, he won't return until evening. I can't wait that long. So I fire up the time machine. I love, like, how liberally he's using it now. Like, I was joking about the whole, like, a girl asked me on a date, I need to time machine now. And now it's, I don't want to wait that long, I'm gonna time machine now. Is this what, like, everyday life would be if everyone had a time machine? People would just be like, I don't want to wait that long, I'm just gonna jump back in time. As shape and color return to the world, I see Daru in front of his computer, sleepily playing an eroge. Kurisu's napping on the sofa. She probably just got done with her all-nighter on the time loop machine. Mayuri's not around. She probably went to Luca's to beg him to cosplay.
Daru! Christina!
Don't wake her up! She just pulled an all-nighter! Please! Kurisu jerks awake.
これよりオペレーションベルダンディ最終フェーズを開始する
Okay, if you start your chuny bullshit, they won't believe you when you tell them about time leaping. My sonorous declaration earns only blank stares. Why are they so slow? Because they were doing all-nighters.
5100だからではない
そりゃあるっしょ
Yeah, fucking explain it.
持ってきたんじゃん
そうだ俺が持ってきた柳林神社からな
Glad to see the chuny back after all the dark shit.
おかりん今日はやけにテンション高くね
Okay.
ちょっとぐらい寝かせろよ。
Kurisu rubs her eyes and complains. She looks dead tired.
徹夜明けなんだから。
ダル一つ聞くが IBN5100 の使い方について勉強はしたか
はまあ一応コミマ前のクソ忙しい時期に僕って偉すぎじゃねイギリスだったらナイトの称号もらえるレベル
I don't think they give knighthoods out that easily.
ならば今日からお前のことをさあスーパーハッカーと呼ぼう
Okay, but we can give out knighthoods.
だが断る
くだらない会話は自重しろ。頭が痛くなる。
Daru knows how to use the IBM 5100, then we can hack CERN right now.
全ラボ面に告げる
Mayuri's not here, but that's actually more convenient.
長き戦いにいよいよ決着をつける時が来た
Okay, you need to explain shit if you want them to listen to you.
開始されるのだ
But I feel like this is gonna go wrong.
本作戦の概要はすなわちセルン本部の最新部に隠された極秘データを IBN
Please tell me the window is fucking closed. Remember that Tenyoji is right beneath you, and you're out here talking about how you have an IBM 5100. I get it. I know he's excited. I know he's excited. But if he's not careful about this, it's all gonna go wrong again!
エシュロンなる卑劣な電子機器により奴らは我らの極秘情報をかすめ取った。天津さえそれをもとに我らを特定し我らが開発した人類の夢
Okay,
マシンの強
listen.
奪をも目論んだ。
Bud, they'd believe you more if you weren't doing your chuny bullshit! Please!
研究機関で
Please,
ありながら
Okame! I'm not gonna pull out... I'm not gonna pull out Punch-a-Chuni. Because I understand where he's coming from. I understand that he's excited.
正義の鉄槌を下そうではないか。
But... You're trying to get these two on board with your bullshit!
そして真の時空の支配者がどちらなのか奴らの目にしかと刻みつけてやれ。
Bud,
戦いが
this isn't gonna work!
世界を陰で牛耳る支配構造はついに崩壊し再構成されるだろう。そう我らが望んだ混沌がついに訪れるのだ。
Waiting for the evil laugh.
うるさい。
Kurisu gets fed up and rises from the sofa.
一体何なの？
オカリンの心の闇は誰にもわからんでござる。
そもそも
It's okay, we'll just time leap
岡
again.
部は狂気のマッドサイエンティストじゃなかった？なのになんで正義の鉄槌とか言っちゃってるんだ？
ついカッとなってやったんじゃね？今は反省してるかも。
お前たちごちゃごちゃ言っていないで準備しろ。
準備って何ぞ？
だから今言っただろう。セルンへのクラッキングだ。
クラッキングは良くないと思う。
なんという優等生的発言。お前は委員長か。
捕まりたいの？
そういう問題ではない。
I fight the urge to grind my teeth. Instead, I fix Kurisu with my stare.
俺はこのターニングポイントへ到達するためにこれまで戦ってきた。
That's true, because, like, for him, it's been, like, almost a month, probably. But for them, they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? We saw you yesterday.
今こそアルファ世界線を離脱し
Okay, Bud,
バユリを救う。
you're telling the truth. They're probably gonna think this is Chuny bullshit because you were on Chuny bullshit this whole
絶対
time.
にだ。
岡部、
How many hours has it taken you? 50 hours? But I mean, it's also cut out, like, times whenever he's had to, like, eat and sleep. Like, anything that wasn't, like, important to the plot has been cut out. And he's generally been doing, like, 3-day or 2-day intervals. Sometimes 4-day. I think once you add up all the days, it'd be close to a month by now, right?
必死すぎ。
I've got good reason. To them, only half an hour has passed since the time leap machine was built. But to me, many days have passed since this ordeal began.
頼む。
I bow my head deeply.
俺の願いを聞いてくれ。
Or else my Yuri will die, and in 26 years, the world will be ruled by SERN. Suzuha's sacrifice will have been for nothing. Daru claps me on the shoulder, then smiles broadly and thrusts his thumb skyward.
別にあんたのためにクラッキングするんじゃないんだからね。
Don't be tsundere on me now!
これはひどい。
For being like a teenage prodigy, Kurisu is somehow like one of the most relatable characters in this fucking game. I burst out in laughter. Sir Supahaka, tsundere version! Is here to save the day. I couldn't have asked for a better right-hand man. As Daru hooks up the IBM 5100 to his PC, I explain the situation one more time. Let's hope this is the
つ
last.
まり 全ての元凶は俺が最初にダルに当てて送ったメールにある。それがセルンのエシュロンに捕らえられてしまったせいでラウンダーに目をつけられた。結果
Wait, what did I call?
俺たち3人はセルンに
Oh, the tsundere thing, yeah.
タイムリープマ
I
シ
was
ン
about to say, like, do I have to yell that I'm so fucking smart again? I said the words, take a sip of water. I haven't been staying hydrated enough lately, I've found. Like, I'll be lucky if I drink, like, half a glass of water a day. I need more. I need more water. I drank a glass before stream, and I'm gonna finish this glass by the end of the stream. And I might chug, like, 2 or 3 more before I, like, go to bed. Not right before I go to bed, obviously, because, you know, then I'd get up in the middle of the night, and then I probably wouldn't fall back to sleep again for, like, 3 hours. I live in a hell body! Anyways, some years after that, I assume, Daru and I escape and form the resistance, to which Suzuha belonged.
どれだけ回避しようとしてもダメだった。世界はアトラクタフィールド理論により同じ結末へと収束してしまう。
それもし全部妄想だったらオカリンはラノベ作家になれると思う
Illustrated novels targeted primarily at teenage and young males. Cover artwork often depicts cute girls. Though light novels can deal with just about any subject matter, recent years have seen a trend towards stories about teenage boys meeting cute girls and winding up in extraordinary situations. I mean, to be fair, that's kind of what happened here. We met Kurisu and made a time machine. I would say that's meeting a cute girl and winding up in an extraordinary situation.
事実だ。すべてな。
The only light novel that I've ever read is one about Hatsune Miku, where Miku's like a robot girl. And like the protagonist is the standard, like, you know, fucking like average bland anime protagonist boy. But it's like it's fairly mundane. It's like just day-to-day life, and they're like it's like him, his friend, and like I know there's like a little kid character as well, but I don't remember like who's. I think it was someone's little sister. But anyways, it's just like day-to-day life, hanging out with this Hatsune Miku robot. But then at the end, she turns like kaiju-sized from nowhere and explodes. And I'm sitting here and I'm reading this. I was reading this in the fucking doctor's office, by the way, because they were like, we need to figure out whether or not your lungs suck. And I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, my lungs suck, but please tell me why. So they were like, okay, we're gonna, like, get you to go in for, like, asthma tests. So I'm waiting in the doctor's office for, to actually, like, be able to take the test and find out if I have asthma. Which, honestly, is still, like, questionable. I just say I have asthma at this point because it's easier, but it's like, I've never had an asthma attack. Even when they, like, gave me the, like, fucking... Because whenever they do the asthma test, they give you a chemical that's supposed to trigger an asthma attack. And it, like, impaired my breathing the tiniest bit. But my fucking, like, lungs just don't work right. And asthma's the closest thing to explain it. So... I'm sitting in the fucking doctor's office, waiting to take this test. I'm reading this light novel about Hatsune Miku robot, and I'm reading her turning into like a skyscraper-sized kaiju, and then fucking exploding into like glitter. And I'm like, huh? Where did this come from? What? And then I had to do my asthma test and take a taxi back to the foundation. It was a weird day. Anyway, that's enough of a tangent. Let's keep going. Let's play Steins Gate. And to free Suzuha's future from CERN.
アルファ世界線から脱出するしかない。これまでに歪ませた事象を全て取り消すことで、それは可能になると俺は考えている。 つまり目指すべきは俺がダルに最初の D メールを送る前のベータ世界線。そこへ到達するためエシロンに捉えられた最初のメールデータをセルンのデータベースから
Hey, Novella Cipher finally made it since I'm at work. Hi, Connor. Okay, so you were here for last stream, so I don't think I have to explain that. But basically, Okabe followed Nai. We time leaped back, followed Nai. Turns out that Nai had also time leaped. So remember whenever we saw that discharge phenomenon? I don't remember if it was last stream or like the stream before. But there was one time where we like went back and we saw that the time leap had occurred, but no one else had done it. That was Nai. She came back from like 15 years in the future, did like almost 3,000 fucking time leaps just so that she could kill Moeka herself, because she blames Okabe and Moeka for killing her dad in that timeline. And also, like, she basically tortures Okabe to death and tells him about it. And fucking also tortures him whenever he tries to, like, get answers from her, like, in the present day. So, yeah! It's been fun. I've gone on a lot of tangents, too. I was talking about the light novel that I read where Hatsune Miku was a robot and then she turned into a kaiju and exploded. And that's just how the light novel ends, and I read that in the doctor's office while waiting to go into a test because they needed to figure out what the fuck is up with my lungs, and we still don't know. Anyways, good luck, Elsai Kongru. If what Suzuha said is correct. Also, the pain commences now. As if this whole thing hasn't been pain. So a classic novella stream, got it. Yeah, pretty much. If what Suzuha said is correct, then erasing that data will take us over 1% divergence and back to the beta world line. It was just one short email, barely 36 bytes, but it changed the course of human history. The butterfly effect.
面白いわね。
Kurisu mutters as she sips her hot coffee. Looks like she's already recovered from her exhaustion. Yeah, she has coffee.
信じるん？
仮説としてはね。できれば客観的データが欲しいところだけど、それはさすがに無理だし。
Is it though? No. Yeah, because we don't even have the email from Mayuri anymore. Wait, why don't we have the email from Mayuri anymore? Wasn't that on this? No, we time leap back. Okay.
安心しろ。お前が改良を施したタイムリープマシンの出来はガチだった。
当然でしょ。
She doesn't deny it. That's just like Kurisu.
それに IBN5100 でのハッキングはもともと予定してたことだし。とにかくアクセスしてみて、もしそこにメールデータが存在していたなら、岡部の言葉は事実だと証明される。
要するに考えるな、感じるんだということですね。わかります。
Feel.
いや、逆にわかんないけど。
考えるよりやってみろということだ。
Daru extracts his massive body from the space behind the desk, plops himself down on the chair and wipes away his sweat.
つなぎ終わったお。ちょっと設定いじらないとダメだけど、10分しないうちに始められる。
よし。
それにしても元凶となった最初のメールね。それってあれでしょ？ ATF で見せてもらったやつ。私が死んでたとかなんとか。
Yeah, that one.
そうだ。ラジカンでお前が殺されているのを目撃した俺はダルにそれを伝えるメールを送った。ダルはたまたま電話レンジカッコ仮の実験中で放電現象が
Oh?
起きて。
My voice trails off. Huh? Something is telling me to stop. What? Oh, that was when we found her. That was when we found her dead. Fear rises in my chest, a sudden, terrible certainty that I am missing something vital. Yeah, in order to go to the beta timeline, Kurisu has to die, doesn't she? I frantically replay the conversation in my head. We must cancel all of our changes to the timeline so far. The very first email started it all. The one that said I died or something. Return to the world line that existed before I sent the first email. An icy fist seizes my heart and I turn to Kurisu with a look of pure terror. Don't tell her she's gonna die. Our eyes meet. Those eyes of hers no longer show the sharp defiance from when we first met. Instead, they glow warmly with the light of curiosity.
何よ
I was right. I had missed something vital. Something dire. The world line I set my sights on to save Mayuri. The world line upon which Suzuha staked her hope for the future. The world line I am at last poised to reach at the end of this long struggle. On that world line, Mayuri lives. On that world line, SERN fails. And on that world line, on the 8th floor of Radicon, Kurisu fucking dies! Chapter 10! I thought that I had found the solution, that everything would be alright. But the equation was meaningless. I had solved nothing. Instead, I am left with a terrible choice. Mayuri? Or Kurisu? One of them must die. Radicon is still off limits. They haven't yet repaired the hole that Suzuha's time machine made. I look down through the hole at the streets of Akiba. From up here, they look narrow and stifling. Across the way, a train rumbles by. I watch the yellow-striped cars move past. You know, I've never actually been in a big enough city that it's like, you know, there have been just like towering buildings all around me. It's gotta be suffocating, right? Like, there was one time where me and a few friends went up to Ottawa for like a day trip. And I remember we were like at like the entrance of a museum. I don't remember which one. Ottawa has a ton of museums, and I think I've been to them all at least once. We were in front of this museum that was like in the middle of the city, and I'm looking up at all the tall buildings, and I'm like, holy shit. And my friends were like, have you never been in a fucking city before, you country bumpkin? That's pretty much the only time that I've like been in like the middle of a city. Like, I live in a city now, but it's like a small city. It's not, you know, it's not the same as like being in like Ottawa or Toronto, and there's like fucking massive towering buildings that are like 10 stories or more all around you. Now I know which ending you're getting. Oh! Oh! Alright. What was that laugh? I need to stop doing tangents because I start laughing like a clown. I came here because I wanted to be alone. The day before yesterday, I abruptly canceled the attempt to hack SERN. What? Why? No! Don't do that! No! 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 I think we got a bad end. Like, I live in one of America's biggest northern cities. Buildings are huge and the wind slices between them constantly and it sucks. Alright. Well, then I consider myself lucky that I don't live in, like, fucking downtown Ottawa or anything. Though then again, downtown Ottawa has gotta be fucking expensive. Same with downtown Toronto. Like, I have a few friends who live in Toronto, and it's like, how do you live? I mean, I know how. It's that, you know, they rented a house with, like, a bunch of roommates, so, like, when everyone splits the rent, it's, like, reasonable. But I'm like, I could never live in Toronto. Are you kidding me? I've never even been to Toronto! Which is wild, because, like, all my friends think it's really weird that I've never been to Toronto. Because, like, it's not like, I mean, not to give too much away, but it's not like I lived, like, with my parents too far away from it. It's just, I don't know, man. They were always like, we're not going to the big city. Why would we do that? We moved out here because we didn't want to be in the city. We're not going to the city. So, like, I think that's also, like, why I'm a bit of a country bumpkin. Val keeps asking me to go to, like, cons and stuff in Toronto, though, so someday I will. It's just every time that there's a con there, it's like, oh no, work's really busy. I'm reaching the end of an assignment. We're in crunch time. I can't do it. According to the dates on my Steam, I got Suzuha's ending first. Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's continue playing. Kurisu and Daru demanded an explanation, but I just couldn't give them one. The decision has paralyzed me. 2 days later, I am still nowhere close to finding an answer. Better go hang out with Val. We need more Valvella off collabs. Not sure what you mean by off collabs. Like, do you mean just like us meeting up in real life? But, I mean, yeah, 100% more collabs. It's why after we're done, like, the first game of Great Ace Attorney, we've been talking about, like, another game we can do, and I've been interested in playing Disco Elysium, and I know that's one of Val's favorite games, so, offline collab. Okay, awesome. I mean, it could happen. I mean, but, like, you guys would never know about it. Or you guys would know about it, like, in hindsight. But, yeah. But yeah, that's why, no, yeah, focus, Jesus. All right. What do I do? 2 weeks ago, on July 28th, Dr. Nakabachi held a press conference on this very spot. Same day, Kurisu was murdered. Let's say we go through with the plan and delete the first email I sent. The one about Kurisu's death from SERN's database. Yeah, focus, I'm sorry, chat delay is spawning tangents. It's all good. That would return us to the beta world line, where it all began. What would happen then? According to my predictions, our friend, lab member number 4, Makise Kurisu, would disappear. Someone who died on July 28th cannot be alive now on August 15th. That would defy causality. A time paradox. That world line has already rejected her existence. The moment we erase the email, Kurisu will cease to exist. And so I am left with 2 options. Option 1, hack SERN with the IBM 5100 and erase the first email I sent, thus returning to the beta world line. Kurisu will disappear, but Mayuri will live. SERN will never build a time machine and the future will be free. Option 2, don't hack SERN. Keep living here on the Alpha world line. Mayuri will die, so will Moeka and FB. Kurisu will likely be kidnapped by SERN, but at the very least she won't die. With her research, SERN will gain control of space-time, and the future will be a dystopia where no one is free.
どちらか選べだと
Ridiculous. I choke out a laugh. How am I, of all people, supposed to make that choice?
選べるわけないだろ
I don't really care about the future, whether it's free or ruled by SERN. I know I should care. Suzuha entrusted her wish to me. Doesn't that make it my responsibility? What if there's a world line where SERN is stopped and Kurisu lives? I guess we're gonna have to keep playing and find out. Because I'm not sure if that's even possible. But still, it doesn't seem quite real. 20 years is a long time. Right now, only Mayuri and Kurisu matter. I must choose which to save. If I had been given this choice back on July 28th, before this all started, I probably would not have hesitated to abandon Kurisu and save Mayuri. But it's not July 28th. It's August 15th. Yeah, and Kurisu has supported you through thick and thin. I've spent 2 long weeks with Kurisu, even longer if you count all the time leaps. She's one of us now, an integral part of the lab. And as I leapt through time, again and again, she was the person I relied on most. Always calm, always thoughtful, always ready with a new hypothesis. Always there to give me a push when I needed it most. Save Trumpet or save Tsundere Queen? Yeah, that's the question we have right now. I wouldn't even have the timely machine if not for Kurisu. It's thanks to her that I made it this far. After all she's done for me, there's no way I can abandon her now. But nor can I let Mayuri die. Everything I've done, I did to save her. I would give anything, even my own life, to see her safe. More than anything, I want her to live. No matter what, I won't let her die.
結局どっちも選べない。選べるわけがない。
Kill Kurisu or kill Mayuri. That's what this choice comes down to.
こんな結末なのかよ。
Unfortunately, yes. Huh? Oh, okay. I thought that was someone slamming open the door and I was like, oh god. I drive my fist into the wire fence.
鈴葉やフェイリスやルカ子や萌えかみんなの思いを犠牲にしてまでたどり着いたのが
There's only one answer. Give up the current travel method. Travel through spice. Time travel. Is there no other option? No way to save them both? What if I use Suzuha's time machine? I could return to the Beta World Line, then use her time machine to travel to July 28th. No, that won't work. The reason Suzuha left to 2010 was to prevent SERN from creating a dystopia. That only occurs on this world line. On the Beta World Line, she'll have no reason to leap to 2010. Suzuha's time machine won't exist, so I won't be able to use it. Alright, then what if I send Kurisu a warning via D-mail? It could say, don't go to Dr. Nakabachi's presentation. No, that won't work either. Remember, causality converges. Kurisu's death is inevitable on the Beta World Line, just as Mayuri's is inevitable on this world line. No matter what I do, fate will ensure her death.
ダメだ
I slowly sink to the floor with my back against the fence.
俺は助けられない
I'm powerless against the will of fate. What should I do? What should I do? Can we do anything? Nope. Maybe Mayuri doesn't die on the current world line. I canceled Moika's D-mail. Plus, I haven't had an opportunity to check on the divergence meter since. Might there be a chance? If the pattern continues, Mayuri's death has been pushed back to the night of the 17th. If Mayuri doesn't die between 7 and 8 p.m. that night, then I won't have to face this horrible decision. I know it's unlikely. I understand that from all my experiences so far. But still, I can't help but cling to that hope. Mayuri and Kurisu. If I can just save them both. You're gonna try saving them both, and I don't think you're gonna be able to save either of them. I don't care if the future is ruled by CERN. I'll betray Suzuha's dream if that's what it takes. No! She trusted you! Dude! I mean, I get it. I'm not gonna pull up Punchachuni because, like... I get it. I get where he's coming from, but, like... Still feels like a dick move. So please, let Mayuri live. To whom should I make this desperate plea? God? Fate? The universe itself? I would say to me as the player, but like, I'm just clicking the mouse button and moving along the rails. I don't have any power over this. We did see it on the roof instead of on the side of the building. So it is there, but it's like, How could we use it though? Because Suzuha, like the farthest we can travel back is August the 11th. Suzuha time traveled away on the 9th. We can't get to her machine, whether we would, no matter how much we want to. Either way, I'm just one insignificant human among billions. Will my prayers truly reach? I already know what the answer will be. And that knowledge, that certainty, is despair. Kamima runs for 3 straight days, from the 15th to the 17th. Patchy, please be careful not to spoil anything, because I am going into this completely blind, and it would be better if I wasn't given warnings before anything happened, essentially. On the last day, I go with Mayuri and stay with her from morning until Kamima closes. It's not really my thing, though, and the crowd is ridiculous, so I wait off to the side with Mayuri's bags. From time to time, Mayuri appears with new bags for me to guard, and usually a snack for us to share, but most of the day I spend alone. To some extent, I'm here to escape reality. To empty my mind and forget my fears. But even when I close my eyes, I can still hear the footsteps of death approaching. Remember that time we did it? I can't tell if that's something that I actually did, or if you're referencing a fucking Family Guy cutaway gag. We're not doing a cutaway gag! It's already dark by the time the bus drops us back at Akiba. Mayuri is dragging her costume case behind her. I'm carrying bags covered in moe artwork and loaded with doujinshi. These are all Mayuri's purchases, not mine. I can't believe she bought so much. I guess the reason she doesn't cosplay herself is that she's too busy shopping. Yeah, same. I go to conventions also just to shop. I always get a Pokemon plushie each time, so now my bed is covered in them. Get off the bus and just stand there for a while.
マユリはこれからどうするんだ。まっすぐ家に帰るか。
ラボに行こうと思ってたんだよ。
何か用事が？
特に
Shop good, yeah.
オカリンと一緒に久々にのんびりしたいなって。ちょっとお腹が空いたからね。途中でジューシー唐揚げナンバーワンを買うの。
Yay! Fried Chicken Tuesday, baby! Fuck yeah! Maybe Mayuri wants a taste of normalcy again now that the chaos of Kamima has ended. I can't begrudge her that. I stifle a groan and shrug my shoulders.
じゃあ。
Back to the lab again.
ねえねえオカリン。今日はね、どうしてマユシーについてきてくれたの？これまでは一度もコミマに一緒に行ったことないよね。オカリンは
Fried Chicken Tuesday, baby! Fuck yeah! Who deserves Fried Chicken Tuesday? We do! Fuck yeah!
ロボットアニメには興味はある。
But not so much that I'd line up early in the morning for Kamima each year, just like Daru and Mayuri do.
で、どうして今日は付き合ってくれたの？
Oh?
それは。
The music went quiet. To confirm your death. Those words pop into my head, but I quickly shake them away. Why am I so set on Mayuri dying? I want her to live, remember?
それは？
気まぐれだ。
そっか。
Mayuri is more perceptive than she looks, remember? Suddenly, silence. A downhearted frown replaced the usual smile on Mayuri's face. Did my answer upset her? It's not like I could tell her the truth. How do you tell someone they're going to die?
ルカ子が
I frantically try to smooth things over.
コスプレして恥ずかしがっているところを見て笑ってやろうと思ったのだが来ていなくて残念だった。
ああ、うん。ルカ君、絶対大人気になっちゃうのにね。いろんなブログに画像アップされまくってね。新聞社のニュースサイトにも載って海外にも紹介されちゃったりするよ。 そしたらルカ君はワールドワイドなスーパースターなの。でマユシーはそれを見て遠いところに行っちゃったなーって思いを馳せるのです。
Aw, that's cute! She's just trying to support her friend and like make him a superstar.
オカリ
Suddenly, Mayuri turns around and peeks at my face as she walks backwards.
今日はねありがとう。
なんだ突然。
だってねさっきも言ったけどオカリンと一緒にコミマ来たの初めてだもん。マユシーは結構嬉しかったよ。
Aww. The smile finally returns to Mayuri's face.
でもね次はオカリンもコスプレしてくれるともっと嬉しいかも。
Yeah, Okabe, cosplay! I've had this conversation with Val before. She wants me to try cosplaying. And it's like, I don't know how to sew. I don't know how to, like... I don't know how to cosplay, really. I have considered cosplaying as Maya Fey before. I feel like I could pull off that cosplay, but I mean... I don't know, man. I like alt fashion. Like, I think the whole reason, because I did try cosplay when I was like 13. This is a bit of a tangent. It's only gonna last for like a couple minutes, don't worry. I think the only reason why I didn't try cosplaying more was that I got into Lolita fashion at like around 13 or 14 years old. Now, granted, I didn't actually get like my first Lolita pieces until I was probably around like 15 or 16, just because it takes money to save up. So my first cord took me a while. But because you have so little money when you're a kid, like, all my money when I was younger just went into Lolita fashion. So I've never really tried cosplay outside of when I was like 13. So maybe if I tried it again, I would really love it, but it also just feels impractical to me because it's like, okay, well, I could spend all this money on a cosplay that I'll wear like maybe once a year, twice on Halloween, or I could buy a dress that I can wear literally any day I want. And it's just like, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just too much of a penny pincher for my own good. My family often congratulates me for being like good with my money, but it's like half the time it's just because I'm too scared to spend it, because I'm like, what if something comes up that I want to buy? What if a brand that I really love releases a new print that I adore? What then? But then again, there have been times where, you know, there's a print that I really love. Like, for instance, Lady Sloth's Nevermore series. Wanted to get that one in the red colorway with gold. Had the whole order lined up. I was gonna get that when it was released, I think it was last February. Had all the money set up, had everything ready, just never made the order. And it sucks because all the stuff that I was gonna order really would have gone well in my wardrobe. And now it's gone. Or, I mean, they still make to order, but it's like, the really nice blouse that I was gonna get isn't there anymore. So it's like, I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of the time I'm just too scared to spend money. Anyways, tangent over. That lasted 3 minutes, so that's not that bad.
考えておく。
That's right, don't think negative thoughts. Think about a fun, bright future. You're the ultimate saver?
本当に
I guess. I guess we both are. I just realized how condescending that sounded. I'm sorry. I wasn't sure how to respond to that.
マユリ自身もコスプレして参加するならな。それだけじゃなく、ルカ子とそれとクリスティーナも呼ぼう。二人にコスプレさせるよう説得しろ。そこまでできたなら、真打ちとしてこの俺が狂気のマッドサイエンティスト王院京馬としてコミマに降臨しようではないか。
Next Kamima takes place this winter. We'll all be there as if none of this ever happened. All of us, laughing and smiling together. Just imagine a future like that.
そっか、道は険しいね。でもね、今ちょっと想像してみたらとっても楽しそう。それにクリスちゃんはコスプレに興味津々みたいだったし、脈あるかも。
Yeah!
まゆし、頑張ってみるね。
That's all you can do. We arrive at the lab. I look up the second floor, but there's no light in the window. Oddly enough, there's nobody here today. I've got a bad feeling about this. Oh god. Is Moeka gonna ambush us? The previous world line, I forgave Moeka and Tenyoji. That has already been undone. This is a new world line. The Rounders are still alive and they're after the time leap machine.
マユリ、ここでちょっと待ってろ。
I don't know if leaving her out on the street is a good idea, but I mean, yeah. Good to check it out first. Make sure that the area is safe. I motioned for her to sit and wait on the bench in front. Then I carefully checked the area. I know my efforts are likely futile, but still, I want to do anything I can. Anything to give Mayuri a chance, however small, of surviving on this world line. Something tells me it would be foolish to go straight up to the lab. So first, I decide to check the street for any suspicious people. I walk down the street towards Kuramebashidori, careful to always keep Mayuri in sight. Huh? Car? Suddenly, a white station wagon parked at the end of the street, fires its engine, and takes off in our direction. Fuck! I can see clearly through the front window. The man in the driver's seat is unfamiliar. But I have seen that station wagon before. It's the same one Moeka used to run us over on a previous world line. The same one Tenyoji used to transport the IBN 5100. And now it's bearing down on me at full speed. I'm in the center of the road. There's nowhere to run. The station wagon flips on its high beams, instantly turning my vision white. I can't move. It's all happening too fast. I expected an ambush inside the lab. Instead, I'm facing a charging car. What do? Jump out of the way, bud! I'm fine. I won't die. This world line hasn't approved that fate. Are you sure about that? No, wait. What day is it? This is the first time I've made it to the 17th. Does that mean my death is still undecided? Will I die in Mayuri's place? That'll save her. That'll end this. And maybe it's for the best. No, I don't want to die yet! Two contradictory emotions collide in my mind. My body doesn't know which way to turn. Will I be the one to die?
Okari!
Oh god, she's gonna push us out of the way! Something slams into my back. Fuck! I open my eyes. I'm lying on the side of the road. My whole body hurts, but I don't appear to be seriously injured. Someone saved me. I look up to see the station wagon's taillights disappearing around the corner. And there, lying in the center of the road, is Mayuri.
Mayuri!
I run to her side. Mayuri is bleeding from the head. The pavement is slick with blood. Did she protect me? That's not what I wanted! I lift her body up in my arms. Her eyes twitch, then slowly open.
Okari.
マユリ、ごめん。俺のせいで。
Her hand wanders as if seeking something. It reaches for the starry sky. Her eyelids are heavy. They could close any second now. Still, she looks straight into my eyes. For some reason, she smiles. Bad news! I'm right! Being right sucks! Being right sucks! Being right sucks!
やっとマユシーはオカリンの役に
No!
だよ。
何を。
Stardust handshake. Her delicate fingers grasp at the sky, but all they find is empty air. It could be the back of her head that's bloodied. Her arm goes limp. I grab her hand before it hits the ground. Mayuri is no longer breathing. I've seen her die countless times. This time it's too much. This time it's all my fault. I embrace Mayuri's tattered body. Her lifeless, motionless, tattered body. I clench my jaw and bite back my tears.
マユリ、ここからじゃあんまり星が見えないな。こんなのあんまりだろう。
Why did she have to die like this? What possible meaning could this death have? Yes, it happened because fate demanded it. Yes, her death is unavoidable, the result upon which this world line converges. I knew from the beginning that this would happen. I never imagined she would die saving me, and with a smile on her face.
やっと役に立てたって。一体どういう意味なんだよ。なあ。
There is no future for Mayuri on this world line. That brings me once again to the choice. Do I return to the Beta world line, killing Kurisu? Or do I leave things as they are and accept Mayuri's death? I can't run away. I am the one who twisted fate. I am the one who must decide. Alright, we're time leaping back. The sky is blue. Cut off the audio. It kind of scared me. I'm like, oh god, did something go wrong? I'm on the roof of Radicon, after going back 56 hours with 2 time leaps. I lean against the wire fence and stretch out my legs as I look up at the sky. I wanted more time to think, that's why I came back. Last time I spent 2 days refusing to face reality. But that's no longer an option now that I've confirmed Mayuri's death. This time I need to reach a decision. But how? This equation has no solution. No matter what choice I make, someone dies. From a purely utilitarian viewpoint, I should choose the Beta world line, where SERN never creates a dystopia. It's not that simple. Not for me. There must be some other way. According to Suzuha, 2010 is a point of great divergence at the attractor field level. I think that divergence had already commenced by the time I sent the email reporting Kurisu's death. So when did divergence begin? I can't say for sure, but I think it was the moment we completed the phone wave. That was around the middle of July. Daru and I deemed it a failure right after completion. By the time Kurisu was killed, there was already a huge divergence at the attractor field level. Now that I think about it, reading Steiner activated that day, when I sent the email that started it all. At that moment, every pedestrian and vehicle on the main street of Akiba suddenly vanished. It feels so long ago. Yeah, because it was 50 hours, bud! But now I can finally explain it. Like, we started playing this game, like, what? I think it was like the end of November, wasn't it? We've been playing for a few months now. It's gonna be sad once this game is, like, over for real, because... Life, I think you've mentioned before that you've gotten, like, all the endings before, and you had a lot less time than me, but that's because I keep going on tangents. I think with all the skipping, like, we probably don't have that many streams left. Which is wild, like, we probably have, like, maybe 2 weeks worth of streams left on this game. And that's insane. I can't believe that we're so close to the end of this. But now I can finally explain it. That was the moment I moved to the Alpha world line. On the Beta world line where this all began, Suzuha didn't arrive in her time machine. Dr. Nakabachi's conference went ahead as planned, and the flow of tourists and shoppers through Akiba was unimpeded. Possibly get to an ending today or tomorrow. Yeah, an ending, but I want to try to get all the endings. Can't wait for him to explain why they named the gate Stein. I wouldn't be surprised if there was, like, some clever meaning behind it. Yeah, it's like, this is... We're getting close to the end, guys. I'm gonna see if I can reach an ending today. Like, I won't go, like... I feel like 12:30 is kind of the limit for me because I am also trying to get back to a normal sleep schedule. Which means going to bed by, like, 1 to 2 in the morning because, like, from working at home, usually what I would do when I was at work, I'd wake up at 9:30 just to roll out of bed and get right to work. So, 1 to 2 in the morning is feasible. 3 to 5 in the morning, we can't keep doing this. But yeah, so I'll try to see if I can reach an ending tonight. When I sent the D-mail, events changed on a huge scale. From my perspective, at least. On the current world line, Suzuha crashed her time machine into the roof of Radicon. Nakabachi's presentation was cancelled, and this part of Akiba was closed to traffic. Because I was out on the street when the world line changed, it appeared to me as if thousands of people suddenly vanished. The truth is that they were never there to begin with. Like a magician's trick, it's so obvious once you understand how it works. The real problem is the timing of the D-mail. I moved to the Alpha world line after Kurisu died. If I'd sent the D-mail before she died, then I might have been able to intervene, even now, on this world line. But no, that would defy causality. I sent that D-mail because I saw Kurisu's body. That's how it has to be. With a walkthrough guide, you should be able to tackle it in a few streams, assuming you want to read all the endings too. I do. I'm very interested to see like what changes in each timeline, essentially, like with all of our changes. Also, because I want to experience them all, so I can read the TV tropes page without spoiling myself. You guys do not know how hard it has been for me to not read the fucking TV tropes page for this game. Who killed her anyway? I still don't know. It definitely wasn't suicide. What if I identify the murderer and send them a D-mail warning them off? Would that prevent her death? I mean, no one has tried to kill her on this world line, have they? Maybe there's a chance. However, to send that D-mail, I would first have to move to the Beta world line. The more I think about it, the more futile it seems. I've already seen Mayuri die countless times. Everything I tried to prevent it failed. I understand all too well. When fate wants someone dead, nothing can stop it. I can't save Kurisu. Oh? I thought I was alone, but it seems that I was wrong. I turn around to see Kurisu standing in the open door. Oh god. Oh god. You're gonna make this decision way harder. I avert my eyes. I can't look her in the face. Not now.
こんなところで何してる？
いや、よくここが分かったな。
一人になりたいって言ってたから、確率的に見てここに一番いそうっていう回を導き出した。
だったら一人にさせてくれ。わざわざ探さなくていい。俺は迷子の子供じゃない。
Oh, you remember now. Oof.
せっかく人が心配して探しに来たのに。いや、心配はしてないけど。
Right after she gets herself flustered, Kurisu sighs and puts on a serious expression.
私だってあんたのことなんて放っておこうかと思った。ただ、一昨日の岡部、なんか変だったから。まあいつも変なんだけど、いつも以上にって意味で。くそまずいオートミール食べてる時みたいなしょげっぷりじゃない？
Mood.
何も。
だったらなんでセルンへのクラッキングをやめたの？
お前だってクラッキングは良くないと言っていただろう。
対違法フラグが立ってビビったんですね。わかります。
Triggering arrest flags.
せめて順法精神に目覚めたと言ってくれ。
全然らしくないな。いつもの独善的な態度はどこ行ったのよ。狂気のマッドサイエンティスト法王院京馬のくせに。
独占的でなんかいられるか。今回ばかりは
独善的じゃいられないんだ。
I forced my ego on others before. Suzuha, Ferris, Luca. I sacrificed their dreams for the sake of my goal. I justified it by telling myself that it was necessary to save Mayuri. I weighed their suffering against the alternative and made my self-righteous choice. This time the alternatives are impossible to compare.
仲間のどちらを見殺しにするかって決断を前にして独善的でいられたら、むしろどれだけ楽だっただろうな。
どちらかを見殺しってどういう意味？
なあクリスティーナ、俺は所詮ただの学生なんだよ。狂気のマッドサイエンティスト、法院京馬。そんなの全部妄想だ、設定だ。気づかなかっただろ。
No, I think she knew, bud. I think she knew. But, I mean...
いや、初対面時点でなんとなく気づいてましたが。
初対面か。
What if I hadn't found Kurisu's body back then? Let's try imagining that situation. If I hadn't seen Kurisu dead, I wouldn't have interrogated her before the seminar at ATF. Without hearing me call her a zombie, she wouldn't have taken an interest in me. She wouldn't have come to the lab. Ultimately, we would have never built the time leap machine, leaving me without the means to save Mayuri. And of course, Kurisu would not have become our friend. He would not be as close as we are right now.
答えて岡部。どういう意味なの？
I can't meet her questioning
ど
gaze.
うしても言わないとダメか。
散々相談に乗ってやったでしょ。
The fact that she went out of her way to phrase it as if she considered it for a second. Yeah. She's like, oh, do I play along?
今さら遠慮するな。
That's not what this is about.
だったら覚悟してくれ。これから話すのは相談じゃない、事実だ。お前にとっては死亡宣告になる。
Kurisu's voice cracks a little.
俺は説明したよな。セルンにクラッキングをすることでマユリが死ぬことのないベータ世界線へたどり着けると。
2036年のセルンのディストピアもなくなる。自由な未来が待ってるバラ色の世界線。そんな風に聞こえた。
バラ色なものかよ。元凶となった最初の D メール、その内容はお前にも見せたはずだ。ベータ世界線ではそのメールの内容が実際に起きた。
She doesn't look like she believes it. Kurisu is a genius. I have no doubt that she
ベー
understands.
タ世界線ではお前は7月28日に死んでいるんだ、クリス。そしてそれはアトラクターフィールド理論による収束のせいでどうしても回避できない。マユリを救おうとするなら俺はお前を見殺しにしないといけないんだ。
Kurisu says nothing. What expression is she making now? I reluctantly sneak a look at her face. She's staring out across the cityscape. Her eyes look distant. I see neither fear nor sadness in her face. She seems accepting. Kurisu is always like this. Always calm, no matter what. It's hard to believe she's younger than me. Her soft chestnut hair blows in the wind. She lifts a hand to hold it down.
ねえ、岡部。アトラクターフィールドってどこまで信憑性があると思う？
信憑性？
あれって全部ジョン・タイター、天音さんの受け売りでしょ。2036年時点ではスタンダードらしいけど、その時代の研究者たちは一体どうやってそれが正しいって証明したの？
理論が間違っていると言いたいのか。だが確かに収束は存在する。俺はそれを身をもって体験した。
収束は正しいとしても、無限個に枝分かれした世界線が重ね合わせ状態になっているっていうのは？
俺が世界線を移動すると世界は再構成される。過去から未来までだ。
それって岡部の主観での話でしょ。あんたの脳が認識してる私はベータ世界線に行くと死んでるのよね。それはつまり私が死んでいる世界線と私が死んでいない世界線のうち、あんたの主観が前者を選んだってことになるわけだけど、あんたの脳が認識する世界と私の脳が認識する世界は別物かもしれないっていう可能性はないのかな。
I'm not sure what you're saying here. Brains. I forgot her specialty was neuroscience.
別物って世界が分裂するということか。
分裂というか電車みたいなものなのかも。
Huh. Kind of reminds me of, like my dad and I have had a few, like, philosophical conversations. And his idea of, like, the afterlife is that the second that you die, your consciousness just shifts into, like, a different timeline where you're alive. And you just kinda keep going until you can't anymore, and then you disappear. It's kind of what this reminds me of.
電車？
わかりやすい例を挙げると、
Karisu takes out her phone and starts fiddling with it.
路線図で調べてみたけど、秋葉原から横浜に行くのにどの路線を選ぶか。
お前鉄オタだったのか。
Short for railroad fanatic, an otaku with an interest in trains. My grandpa was one of those.
違う、例えよ例え。あんたは山手線で東京駅まで出て、そこから東海道本線に乗るのを選んだ。
Karisu keeps talking as she looks at her phone, apparently reading off an itinerary.
でも私は山手線で大崎まで行った後、湘南新宿ラインに乗った。もしかしたら別の人、橋田なんかはそもそもいきなり秋葉原から京浜東北線に乗っちゃうかもしれない。
No, he was just a fan of trains, or at least like model trains. He had a whole bunch of them. My brother kind of inherited most of them. And the rest went to like various of his friends. But yeah, I remember looking at like, cause he had like this big train set that he had made that had like a miniature village in it with like the whole main street and then like some houses and some little like mountains made of styrofoam. I loved that thing when I was a kid. I think it's still in my grandma's basement somewhere.
マユリなら東京から新幹線に乗るかも。岡部と私は東京駅までは同じ電車に乗ってるけど、そこからは違う線に乗って同じ目的地を目指している。
それを世界に当てはめるとパラレルワールドを主張するのか。
たまには私も妄想ぐらいする。でも世界が一つだと誰が証明した？
We're proceeding the timeline from Rintaro's perspective. What if you look at it from Karisu's perspective? Yeah, that makes sense.
鈴葉の言葉と俺のリーディングシュタイナーが
正体不明のタイムトラベラーと原因不明の特殊能力ね。
鈴葉は正体不明では。
彼女が橋田の娘かどうかは誰にも証明できない。2036年から来たかも、ディストピアのことも証明できない。実際に 2036年にならないとね。そもそももしリーディングシュタイナーが正しいなら、あらゆる人間の記憶があんたの主観に引きずられてることになる。そんなの無理がありすぎる。もしそうだったら岡部は文字通り神よ。でも現実には神なんていない。世界はあんたを中心に回っているわけじゃない。あんたの脳がそう錯覚させているだけ。世界にとってあんたが神だというなら、同体積の脳を持つ私も世界にとって神になれるわけで。
何が言いたいんだ。
仮に岡部の主観が私が死ぬ世界線を選んだとして、私の主観も同じように私が死ぬ世界線を選ぶとは限らない。それは私の主観がここに存在していることからもわかる。すでにこの世界線は私が死なない世界線なわけだから。
That's true.
あんたの主観がベータ世界線に行ってしまっても、私の主観はここに留まることだってできるのかもしれない。精神はどこにあるかって話。そして私は私の精神をあんたの好きにさせたくない。
科学者とは思えないほどのファンタジーな理論だ。
でも可能性はゼロじゃない。だからあんたは何も心配する必要はない。
I've got to wonder if this is just her way to, like, comfort Okabe, because I feel like Kurisu would be the utilitarian type who's like, you know, if it's between my life and the world becoming a dystopia, I feel like she would choose to give up her life. Because she just seems like that type of person. She just seems like a very practical person. I feel like she's accepted it, and this is her way of convincing Okabe that it's alright. Kurisu smiles. How can she smile? I just told her that she's gonna die.
私を見殺しにできないって言って悩んでるのよね。でも今の私の仮説で言えば、私は別の可能性世界線で生き続けていける。だからそもそも岡部は悩む必要なんてない。
仮説は仮説だ。
アトラクタフィールド理論だって仮説。まだ誰にも何も証明されてないから。2036年時点では証明されていたとしても、その証明を今の私たちは確認できないから。そう考えれば未来の可能性は無限よ。
Kurisu turns her back to me after finishing. It's an armchair theory. A daring armchair theory that could, quite possibly, render meaningless everything I've done up to now. How can Kurisu stay so calm? She's just an 18-year-old girl.
ちなみに心配なんかしてくれなくてもいいから。岡部にそんなことされたら結構プライド傷つく。
そんな言い方。
This is where we choose, isn't it? Wait. Okay.
もしもし。マユリか。
Displayed on the screen is Mayuri's face, devoid of its usual brightness for some reason.
どうした？
あのね、ダル君から聞いたんだ。オカリンがなんだか変だったって。マユシーはコミマに夢中になってて、オカリンのことよく見ててあげられなかったね。いつもならオカリンが元気なかったらすぐに気づくのに。ごめんね。
Aw. Don't apologize. You've done nothing wrong.
でね、 何かあったの？オカリ？
I can't tell her. I can't. I've kept it a secret from her all this time. That's the way it has to be.
何もないよ。
そっか。前はよくマユシーにいろんな話してくれたよね。例えば期間には幹部が4人いて、それぞれゲップとスダチと声優とジャコだっけ。
What kind of fucking names are those?
玄武とスザクと清流と白虎だ。
That makes more sense.
そういうね、オカリンのお話、とっても面白かったな。でもねえ、オカリン、マユシーのこと重いに感じてたら
No!
そんなこと。
じゃあとりあえず切るね。
No!
もし
No,
マ
no,
ユシーにいろいろお話ししたいなって思ったらいつでも電話してくれていいからね。じゃあトゥットゥルー。
She hung up on me.
まゆり、なんだって？
あいつ何が重荷だよ。勝手に自分を責めやがって。ふざけるなよ、クソ。
Ouch. Can we call her back? We can't.
いつもは空気を読めないくせに、なんでこういう時だけ。
重荷ね。
俺は一度だってマユリを重荷に感じたことはない。
だったらそれをはっきり言ってあげればいい。
Maybe it wasn't a good idea to leave Mayuri in the dark. Well, we can't call her. She never looks like she's thinking anything, and yet she saw my doubt? Either way, I can't tell her the truth. Nope, still can't.
岡部、
Kurisu sighs, then glares at me.
これまでのあんたなら悩んだりしなかったはず。とりあえずまゆりに会いに行くべき。あの子だっていろいろ思うところがあるんだろうし。
She's right. Even if I don't tell Mayuri the truth, I need to at least tell her something. I'll postpone my decision and go see Mayuri. I'm glad I made that save, because I feel like that was the choice. And if I had ignored her, we would have gotten a different ending. It's afternoon on the first day of Kamima, and the crowds are finally beginning to thin out. Of course, the industry booths and cosplay area are still packed, but at least I don't have to wait in line to get in. I've been trying to get in touch with Mayuri for a while now, but she hasn't responded. I checked with Daru, but he hasn't seen her today either. Cosplay ends at 4 p.m. I focus on searching the cosplay area until then, but I still can't find her. Maybe she finished early and went home. I tried calling her home. No luck, they haven't seen her since she left this morning. Where is she? I'm always afraid that she'll disappear the second I take my eyes off her. It's been like that ever since she lost her grandmother. Maybe it's just my imagination. We've been so close for so long. I saw Mayuri at her weakest and most vulnerable. Maybe that has made me overprotective. But I don't care how other people see us. I just can't leave Mayuri alone. I step into the cemetery, the final resting place of Mayuri's beloved grandmother. When was the last time I came here? For about a year after Mayuri became my hostage, I'd periodically accompany her here. But I don't think I've been here since I entered high school. So it's been about 3 or 4 years. As I get closer to Mayuri's grandmother's grave, I begin to hear a voice. It's Mayuri. I'd recognize her voice anywhere. It sounds like she's talking to someone. I approach quietly.
ねえ、おばあちゃん。
Mayuri is standing there talking to the grave. What a relief. She hasn't disappeared. I decide to watch silently from a short distance away.
最近ね、怖い夢をよく見るんだ。
For a second, I wonder if she's learned to commune with the dead, but no, she's just talking to herself.
その夢の中ではね、いつもマユシーはひどい目に遭うの。ピストルでバーンって撃たれたり、車の事故に巻き込まれたり、
Oh, she knows.
電車にひかれたり。
She remembers. What? Don't tell me.
まるで本当のことみたい。
It's like that nightmare from the beginning.
すごく痛くて、すごく悲しくて、誰か助けてって一生懸命声を出そうとするけど出せなくて。
It's like the nightmare from the beginning where she was like, where Okabe was in the fucking desert, and Mayuri was like, yeah, I'll die, but there's like millions of me out there, so, doesn't matter.
どうしてそんな夢見るのかな。
Does she remember her deaths? All of them? Is she inheriting memories like I
で
do?
ね、その夢の最後はいつも決まってるの。マユシーが泣いてるとね、オカリンが助けに来てくれるんだ。マユシーはオカリンにありがとう、ありがとうって言うんだけど、その声もオカリンには聞こえてなくて、オカリンはマユシーを抱きしめてとっても悲しそうな顔をしてた。泣いちゃいそうだけど絶対に泣かなくてね。でも一生懸命我慢してるのがわかるの。
Come to think of it, both Ferris and Luca remembered their memories from before the past changed. I used to think that memories couldn't be shared between world lines. I used to think that I was the exception with reading Steiner. But maybe that's not the case. Maybe everyone has the same power, and the only difference is how strong it is. Maybe reading Steiner is nothing special after all.
だからマユシーも悲しくなってごめんね、ごめんねって言うけど、やっぱり声は届かなくて、そこでいつも目が覚めるんだ。どうしてこんな夢見るのかな。
We gotta tell her. I've failed so many times to save her. I've watched her die again and again. Everything I've done has been to prevent that from happening. And yet, have the memories of those deaths been tormenting her as she sleeps? I bite my lip in frustration. I still have a terrible decision to make. Do I save Mayuri or do I save Kurisu? There's no perfect ending here. I can't save them both. It's one or the other. If I choose Kurisu, then Mayuri's dreams will become reality. I don't want Mayuri to feel any pain. Until now, I've thought only of saving her. That is my goal. But at the same time, I can't let Kurisu die. Again, my thoughts hit the same dead end. Mayuri hasn't noticed me yet. She's still staring at the sky, just like she was on the day that I took her hostage. She's talking to her grandmother in heaven.
あ、そうそう。ね、最近ラボ面がすごく増えたんだよ。クリスちゃんでしょ、萌香さん、ルカくん、フェリスちゃん、それともう引っ越しちゃっていないけど、すずさん。
Yeah, she moved away.
8人だよ。すごいね。
On this world line, they all became lab mems. However, not a single one of them was sent a D-mail.
最初はオカリンとマユシーの2人だけだったのにね。ラボができたばっかりの頃はね、オカリンはあんまり面白そうじゃなかったけど、最近はね、とっても楽しそうなんだよ。
Is that how she sees it? Well, she's not wrong. She really does know me, doesn't she?
そんなオカリンを見てるとね、マユシーも嬉しくなってニコニコできるの。それにね、賑やかだとウキウキしてくるし、特にクリスちゃんはね、アメリカの有名な本に論文が載ったりして、とっても頭がいいんだよ。マユシーは憧れちゃうのです。タイムマシンだって作っちゃうぐらいなんだから。あ、これはオカリンとダルくんも一緒に作ってたけどね。
Then Mayuri falls silent. Her gaze becomes distant. She stands still and looks up to the sky. What could she be thinking?
でもね、たまに思うんだ。最初マユシーが押しかけてラボに2人きりだった時のこと。学校が終わってラボに行くとね、オカリンはいないの。でね、お部屋の片付けしたり、可愛い小物を飾り付けたりしてるうちに、オカリンが少し遅れてやってきて、マユシーがおかえりって言うと、オカリンはただいまとは言わなくて、ご苦労って偉そうに答えてた。その後は毎日2時間ぐらい2人でぼんやり過ごして、一緒に電車でお家に帰るの。その2時間はね、会話なんてほとんどなくて、でも嫌な沈黙とかじゃなくて、ただそこにいるっていう感じで、2人で並んでソファーに座って、オカリンはラボの作戦計画書みたいなのを書いてて、マユシーは漫画読んだりゲームしたりして、たまに思い出したようにね、一緒にお菓子を食べてた。とてもゆっくり優しく時間が流れてて、それでもいいかななんて思ったり、まるでマユシーは本当に人質になっちゃったみたいだなとかふと思って、一人でえへへって笑ったり、オカリンはニコニコしてるマユシーを見てね、こういうの。
I remember. It was 4 months ago. Still spring. The lab wasn't as lively as it is now. It was an isolated bubble of slow-moving time.
何かいいことでもあったのか？
あのね、いいことはなかったけど、あったよ。
そうか。幻想を見たのだな。それはもしかすると機関の幹部の一人、通称イリュージョンコンダクターからの攻撃である可能性がある。
そっか、じゃあ気をつけなきゃ。でもね、きっとそのイリュージョンコダクさんっていう人は。
コダクさんではない、コンダクターだ。
その人はきっと悪い人じゃないと思うな。
Oh, that's really cute. It was nothing, just meaningless chatter to pass the time. Yeah, but you never know when something you say can mean a fuck ton to someone.
それはマユシーにはすごく心地よくて、なんだか泣きそうなくらい嬉しくて、このままずっと続いてほしいなって思ってた。あ、今の賑やかさが嫌ってわけじゃないんだよ。
Mayuri shakes her head in denial. Finally, she stops looking up the sky and bows her head instead.
最近ね、オカリンと話す時間ちょっと減っちゃった。だからね、マユシーは寂しくなっちゃったのかもしれないね。
It's true, I haven't had time to talk to her lately. That's because I've been fighting to prevent her death, to keep her dreams from coming true. Also that Mayuri will keep smiling. I never again want to see her cry like she did on the day her grandmother died.
でもね、オカリンの重荷にはなりたくないんだ。
That word again. Burden. I've never thought of her as a burden.
マユシーはいつもオカリンに迷惑かけてばっかりだから。ね、おばあちゃん。
Mayuri lifts her face once more.
いつまでもこのままじゃいられないよね。
このままでいい。
When I finally speak to Mayuri, she turns my way with a surprised expression. Her face is so soft, so innocent. Slowly, her lips curve into a smile.
オカリンだー。あ、すごいね。どうしてここにいるってわかったの？
人質がどこにいるのか、俺は常に把握しているのだ。
人質。
だからお前は、俺の手からは逃れられん。絶対にだ。
そっか。でもね、あんまり無理したらダメだよ。マユシーはね、ちょっぴり心配なのです。
お前に心配されるほど、この法王院京馬はヤワではないのだ。マユリ、話せる時が来たら、すべて話す。だからそれまでお前は何も変わらずにいてくれ。
Mayuri stands up and turns to the grave once more. As an offering, she leaves a brand new white lily, as well as some dango dumplings.
オカリン、帰ろう。
帰る前に団子を食べるんだろ。
Back when we used to visit the cemetery together, it was part of our daily routine to eat dango on the way back.
もちろんだよ。
Aw, that was cute. Akiba is empty again today. The otaku have all made exodus to Kamima for the second day of battle. Come nightfall, they will return to Akiba like a victorious army laden with spoils, and the streets will be chaos. I know Daru has gone to Kamima. The question is, has Mayuri? I hope she has. I want things to be normal again. I remember what I heard yesterday. The feelings... Ooh, excuse me. The feelings Mayuri expressed at her grandmother's grave. The events of the last few weeks have affected her as well. After I escorted Mayuri home from the cemetery, I spent the whole night racking my brain for a third option. A way out of this mess. My thoughts were a jumble, ideas coming and going too fast to judge which were right and which were wrong. But of course, there isn't a right choice here. For in the end, it always comes back to the same question. Who do I let die? And no matter how I try to dance around it, the answer is always the same. I can't choose. Is there no one else who can make this decision? No, even if there were, I know I'd never accept their choice, whichever it happened to be. Once again, I'm heading for the roof of Radicon. I had to get out of the lab. Mayuri or Kurisu might return at any moment, and I can't face them now. I look up at the sky. The clouds are dark and heavy. It could start raining any minute now. I thought that I was alone, but someone was here before me. Kurisu was lying in the middle of the roof, arms and legs spread as if making a snow angel. The image of Kurisu in a pool of blood flashes through my mind. Is she alright? I run towards her, but before I make it halfway, she suddenly sits up and turns to face me.
Okabe ka.
What a dumb thing to say. Fortunately, it looks like Kurisu didn't hear me. She's busily combing her disheveled hair with her fingers. I breathe a silent sigh of relief.
そっか。ここだとあんたと会っちゃう可能性があること忘れてた。
何をしていたんだ？
考え事。
そうか。
Was she thinking about her death? I don't know what to say, so I keep my mouth shut. Kurisu appears to be in the same boat. She's staring at the capsule toy dispenser in the corner, her face wearing the usual frown. The awkward silence drags on. When you think about it, Kurisu's fate rests in my hands. My decision will determine whether she lives or dies. Her fantastic hypothesis yesterday was a desperate attempt to construct a scenario where she doesn't die. Even if she believes that her theory is correct, it must be difficult for her to avoid imagining her own death. I force a smile. I'm getting really uncomfortable here.
邪魔になっているようだからな。俺はもう行く。
Damn, I was expecting a sarcastic remark like, "Since when do mad scientists have manners?" or something. Just then, something cold lands on the tip of my nose. When I look up, raindrops start landing on my forehead. An evening shower. It's only gonna get more intense, and quickly. Kurisu hasn't moved a muscle. She's just standing there with her arms folded, staring at the ground as if she doesn't notice the rain at all.
おい、雨が降ってきてるぞ。
She's acting strange, like her mind is elsewhere. I knew it. She's been thinking about... In less than a minute, the rain turns into a full downpour. We had no time to seek shelter. Kurisu's scream is drowned out by the roar of the rain.
びっくり。
夕立を甘く見たな。
Now safely inside the building, we take a moment to catch our breaths. It's been a week since Suzuha's time machine disappeared, but Radicon is still closed. The lights are off, and it's pretty dark inside.
もっと早く
Raining,
忠
it's
告して
pouring,
よ。
the old man is
影
snoring.
で下着までびしょ濡れじゃない。
Ever think about how morbid a lot of, like, children's rhymes are? Like, isn't that song about, like, an old man falling out of bed and fucking dying?
右に同じく。この暗さに助けられたな、助手よ。
どういう意味？
もしラジカンが営業していたら今頃お前のあられもない姿が多くの人間の前にあらわにされていただろう。
I mean, that's one way to make it normal, I guess. Yeah, Ring Around the Rosie is particularly dark. Same with Rockabye Baby. It's, like, literally about a baby fucking falling to its death. Like, why are we singing this to children? I mean, maybe it's because, like, kids don't understand what they're singing. They just understand that they're singing something. Even in the dim light, I can tell that Kurisu is scrambling to cover her chest.
あんたも変態だってこと忘れてた。
自分から下着までびしょ濡れだと申告しておいてよく言う。
これ以上口聞かないで。下着の色とかよくも妄想したな。許さないから。
妄想などしてない。
This is so anime. And they make it sound all joyful. Yeah, exactly. What's up with that shit? She's too self-conscious. But the color of her underwear, huh? Stay focused! Stay focused!
冷えるか？
だから脱いで乾かせって？ふざけないで。変態の手に引っかかるもんか。
誰もそんなこと言ってないだろう。少し落ち着け。ま、たとえ服を脱いだとしても、この暗さだから案ずることはない。お前の貧相なヌード姿は誰にも見られることは。
それ以上喋ると、あんたの大脳新皮質をポン酢につけて高級料亭で提供してやるんだから。
すまん。
Please spare me that horror. Still, these wisecracks are a welcome distraction.
夕立ちならすぐにやむわよね。それまで待つか。
I see Kurisu's shadowy form move to sit on the staircase. I sit next to her.
なんで横になんで
喋るなと言ったのはお前だ、クリスティーナ。
あんまり近くに来ないでよ。今ぐらいの距離が限界だから。これ以上離れるとは言わないけど、これ以上近づいたら押し返すからな。
It's to comfort children to sleep while veiling their parents' intense hatred for baby, keeping them up until 5 a.m. again. Our bodies gradually grow cold. We start shivering. Maybe I should take off my wet clothes. But if I do that, Kurisu will just call me a perv again. Exactly. I was like, should I say it? Better not. My eyes gradually adjust to the darkness. I can see Kurisu more clearly now. She's huddled up against the wall.
こっち見んな。
バカな。この暗さでは俺がどこを見ているかなどわからないはず。
Does she have infravision?
やっぱり見てたのか？
Damn, she is leading question on me. Such a high-level technique. I avert my eyes from Kurisu and take off my lab coat. That's when I notice my coat is torn at the shoulder.
屋上から避難した時にどこかに引っ掛けたか？
何の話？
いや、上着の肩口が破れかけていた。
岡部ってドジっ子だったの？
俺はマッドサイエンティスト属性であってドジっ子属性など持っていない。
I mean, they can go hand in hand. Ah, fuck. No, I didn't mean to hit the scroll wheel. Seems like forever since we have talked to Kurisu as Hoyo and Kyoma.
はいはい。
Kurisu suddenly holds out her hand.
ほら、貸しなさいよ。
何？
ちょうどソーイングセット持ってるから。
Nice!
持ってやると言っている。
That's always good to have.
ソーイングセットだと？お前が？
Yeah, they make little ones. Hand over my coat as asked.
実験大好きっ子のくせにそんな家庭的なものを？
I mean, it's just practical to have, right? It's like having band-aids in your purse. Then that way, if you're wearing platforms and you trip on a bit of uneven sidewalk and you scrape your fucking knee real bad to the point where there's blood on your brand new fucking skirt, then this way, it's not a problem.
実験大好きっ子であると同時に家庭的な女の子かもしれないじゃない。
Yeah, you can be all of the
家庭
above.
的な女の子なのか？
相対的に見れば家庭的かもね。と言っても日本の女子高生の家庭的女の子指数がどれくら
I
いか知らない
may, in fact, be speaking from experience there. There's an index for that? First I've heard of it. Kurisu skillfully threads the needle despite the darkness.
濡れてるから針が通りにくいな。
本当に偶然持っていたのか？
しつこい。そんなに私がソーイングセット持ってたら悪いの？
See, it's like people will make fun of women who carry like really big purses. But honestly, anyone who has a purse big enough to hold fucking anything is ready for anything. Like, I can't have, like, too much in my purses because they tend to be small because a lot of Lolita fashion bags just are small, unfortunately. I keep waiting for these backpacks by a brand called Cotton Candy Feet to come back into stock, but I don't know if they ever will. But it's like my grandma's purse. She has, like, 2 fucking wallets, a sewing kit, a first aid kit, a flashlight, a screwdriver, all in the same fucking purse. Honestly, I wish I could get a big enough purse to hold all that shit, because I would love to be prepared for anything. But no, all the cool looking bags have to be tiny as fuck.
悪いとは言っていないが、まるで狙ったかのようだったからな。
つまりあんたが服を破ってしまうのを見越してあらかじめ用意していたって言ってもらいたいんですね。わかります。そんなわけあるか。それと勘違いしないでほしいんだけど、別に好きで縫ってあげてるわけじゃないんだからね。
You're the one who offered to do it. You can't play the tsundere card on us now.
出たな、ツンデレセリフ。
We're thousands of tiny fashionable bags. You know? Not a bad idea. But then, you know, I might lose one of them. The amount of times that I've accidentally, like, put my phone down in the grocery store and lost it for a little bit. I don't think I could trust myself with more than one purse to keep track of. Turn them into a belt! Listen. I think there are places that make, like, kawaii, fucking fanny packs. I do not want to wear a kawaii fanny pack.
ちかすな。あんたが偶然服を破って、私は偶然ソーイングセットを持っていた。だから縫ってあげている。それだけ。
Factility, yeah!
偶然ね。まさかお前タイムリープしているということはないよな。
つまりあんたが服を破ってしまったからタイムリープして事前にソーイングセットを用意したって言ってもらいたいんですね。わかります。そんなわけあるか、そんなわけあるか。大事なことなので2回言いました。アンダースタン？
確かに。わざわざタイムリープして対策を練るならば、ソーイングセットではなくタオルを用意しておくのが先だからな。
何それ、皮肉？文句ばっかり。
After working for a while, Kurisu cuts the string with her teeth and then hands me back the coat.
ほら。
ありがとう。
The difference is a fanny pack is lame and only on one side. Utility belt gives you 360 degrees of losing your goddamn keys again because you forget which bag you put them in. You know, I feel like utility bags would not work very well in Lolita fashion, just because it would get in the way of the petticoat, it would get in the way of the skirt. Like, it's also why, like, only certain, like, I mean, leather jackets are pretty, like, fashionable in punk Lolita, but it's kind of hard to find one that works for it because a lot of them get in the way of the silhouette. But I feel like utility belts could be big in OG fashion. That's something that needs to be tried more. If there are any wearers of OG fashion in the chat, fucking bring utility belts into style. I feel like they'd look cool in OG.
出来については暗くて確認できないけど、もし仮に出来が悪くても私の腕のせいじゃない。この暗さのせいよ、きっと。ちなみに糸の色についても何が出るかお楽しみに。
色もランダムなのか。
黒か赤かピンク。確率は3分の1。
せめてピンクが出ないように祈ろう。
Listen, just own that shit.
寒いか？
chilly.
まあね。
俺の上着を羽織るか。
それだって濡れてるでしょ。
まあ、そうだが。
It's all we got. Schrodinger's showing job. Silence again. The words flow so naturally when it's just harmless banter, but 1 second of silence and suddenly we have nothing to say. Must be because of what happened yesterday. I'm so desperate to avoid the topic that nothing seems safe. I know I need to say something, but what?
結論は出た。
Her voice is barely a whisper, but I can hear her clearly in the silence of the empty stairwell. I look at Kurisu. She's hugging her knees to her chest, presumably against the cold. My decision. I know what she means. That's why I can't answer.
まだ悩んでるの？あんたってまゆりのこと好きなんでしょ？
何？
Where did that come from? I mean, it's kind of obvious, bud. You jump through time again and again and again to save her, and you think that people aren't gonna notice that you like her? Kurisu keeps staring into the
ただの
darkness.
錯覚かもしれないけど、私の心の中に奇妙な記憶というかデジャブみたいなものがある。そこではあんたはまゆりを助けようと必死になってて、一人で傷つきながらそれでも前に突き進もうとしてるの。
Kurisu too?
そんな岡部が私に相談をしてきて、そのひたむきに頑張ってる姿を見て、私も力になってあげたいと思ったり。って別にあんたを助けたいって思ったわけじゃないからな。私はあくまでまゆりを助けたいだけであって。とにかく私にはなぜかそんな錯覚が記憶のように残ってる。
So Kurisu's the same. She still has faint memories from previous world
自己
lines.
分析してみたけど、夢で見たものを現実と思い込んでるのか、単なる願望か、それぐらいの結論しか出なかった。ただこれだけははっきりしてる。あんたはまゆりを助けるべきなのよ。
怖くないのか？
To save Mayuri, I must undo the current world line. If I do that, Kurisu will die.
なんだか廃墟に迷い込んだみたい。
Kurisu suddenly changes the subject. She looks around the dark, empty stairwell.
まるで世界中の電源が切られて、私たちだけ取り残されたみたい。ふと思うんだ。もしあんたがベータ世界線に行ったとする。みんなも一斉にそっちに移動するとしたら、私だけは移動できない。私だけが取り残される。そしたら世界中がこの場所みたいになっちゃうのかな。所詮これも仮説の一つだけど。
俺は
I need to say it.
お前も救う。まゆりだけじゃなくてお前も。
できもしないこと言わなくていい。
Kurisu cuts me off sharply, then buries her face in her knees.
怖くないかってさっき聞いた。怖いに決まってるでしょ。自分が消えるかもしれない。自分だけが取り残されるかもしれない。あるいはあんただけがこの世界線からいなくなるかもしれない。 誰もあんたがいなくなったことを認識してない世界がずっと続いていて、私は何事もなかったかのようにアメリカに帰るかもしれない。かもしれないかもしれない。そんないろんな可能性を考えて、その度に絶望的な気分になる。
Getting my heating pad. It's getting cold out there. And I'm right next to a window. Gotta warm up my hands. This way I can click the mouse button.
でも
Kurisu raises her head and spears me with her glare.
だからマユリを見殺しにしろなんて言えると
クリス。
思う？もうなんか寒いな。
Kurisu grabs her own arms. In the darkness, I see her shoulders shaking.
濡れてる服着てる青年。たくダメだ。こんなの全然論理的じゃない。仮説にすらなってない。全部根拠のない妄想。こんなしょうもない妄想を垂れ流す脳の機能をカットしてやりたい。
Now she's talking to herself in an angry tone. Kurisu has always been calm when faced with the unknown. I admired her for that. I thought she was facing this calmly too. But I was wrong. Behind her cool facade, she was struggling to cope with the knowledge that her very existence was in jeopardy. She was fighting that fear all alone, and now it has finally come to the surface. Of course she's afraid. However brilliant she may be, she's still just an 18-year-old girl. Kurisu abruptly stands up. I realize that I no longer hear the sound of rain pounding against the roof.
聞いて、岡部。両方救うのは無理。そうでしょ。どうあがいたって確率は2分の1なの。だがじゃない。私の結論は変わらない。
Part of what I love about this game is the fact that saving any time is possible, but it's enhanced because by reloading a save after an ending, it's practically time travel. Yeah, exactly. It's very interesting.
マユリを助けて。
I hear the pain in her voice, and also the resolve. Kurisu has made up her mind. I look away and clench my fists. My nails dig into the palm of my hands.
そう簡単に諦めろって言うのか。お前を見捨てろって言うのか。そんなのできるはずがないだろ
できるかできないかじゃない。あんたをやらなくちゃいけない。それしか道はない。
ダメだ。お前は俺たちの大切な仲間だ。俺はお前も見捨てない。
岡部。
Kurisu drops to her knees and grabs me by the collar. I gasp for breath as she stares into my eyes. Her eyes are hard and stern. It's always like this when she scolds me. Always the same glare.
他に解決策があるの？ないんでしょ。私はマユリを犠牲にしてまで生きていたくない。もしマユリを助けなかったらあんたを一生恨むから。
This can't be happening. I hate this choice with no right answer. I hate the universe for being so cruel. Most of all, I hate myself for forcing Kurisu to speak these words, when she's the one with the most to lose. Tears well up in my eyes, but I bite my lip and hold them back. Is there really no other way? I can't bear it. I look straight back at Kurisu as she holds me by the collar and tightly embrace her slender body. Her clothes are still wet from the rain, but all I feel is warmth radiating from the core of her being.
お前はここにいるのにこんなのあんまりだ。
岡部。
Tension drains from her back and her hands. She gives her whole body to my embrace.
ありがとう。私のためにそこまで苦しんでくれて。でももう十分。 私は大丈夫だから。あとはマユリのことだけ考えて。
Despite her fear, Kurisu has made her choice. It's time for me to do the same. I need to decide here and now. The future of the world. Which friend to let die. Holding Kurisu tightly, I whisper into her ear. Yep, exactly. It didn't seem like she would just accept it that easily. Like Okabe said, she may be brilliant, but she's still just a teenager. Of course she'd struggle with the idea of fucking dying. It's taken me years to accept my mortality, and I sure as hell didn't do that at 18. A meaningless apology.
俺はマユリだけはどうしても救いたいから。
These words are a death sentence, but I force myself to speak them. It takes every ounce of willpower I possess.
お前を 助けられない。
When I finish, I feel as if a great weight has left my shoulders. And at the same time, as if 1,000 needles are stabbing into my heart. Kurisu weakly returns my embrace. Then she lets go and stands up.
さてと。
There's already a look of relief on her face.
先に帰る。
帰るってどこへ？
To America.
ラボに決まってるでしょ。服を乾かさないと。シャワーも浴びたいし。
In that case, we should go back together. But before I can suggest it, Kurisu beats me to the punch as if she read my mind.
あんたはそこでずぶ濡れのまましばらく待ってて。わかった？
We can't go back together. That's her verdict.
わかった。
I hang my head and shut my eyes. Kurisu's footsteps fade into the distance. I wrap my arms around my body. Even though it's summer and sweltering hot, I can't stop my body from shaking. I realize that part of me is relieved that Kurisu left alone. At least I won't have to face her again. To look upon the face of the girl I chose to die. Hey, wait a minute. Okay, so wait, at the beginning of the game, didn't Kurisu act like she knew us? What if she's about to time leap? I'm a coward. My self-loathing echoes in the darkness. Receiving mail. See you. Cease to inquire what the future has in store, and take as a gift whatever the day brings forth. Horace, Italian philosopher. I'm going back to my hotel. Do what needs to be done. Good night. I wait about 2 hours before returning to the lab. Kurisu was already gone when I get there. All she left is a single email. I sit down on the sofa. While drying my hair with the towel, I look towards the PC in the corner of the room. It's already connected to the IBM 5100, ready for Daru to start hacking. I already got in touch with him. Hacking starts tomorrow at noon. I don't think that'll be enough time to fix it. I mean, it does give us 7 hours at least, but is that enough time? I drove myself even further into a corner by telling that to Daru. Now I can't turn back no matter how much I want to. I chose Mayuri. I will let Kurisu die. Showering didn't soften the wrenching pain in my heart. In truth, I'm just riding on Kurisu's resolve. Mine is still a flimsy thing. I can't help but wonder, is this really okay? Really?
誰かいますか？
Mayuri opens the door and enters. For a moment after she catches sight of me, she looks ready to burst into tears. That quickly gives way to a smile.
オカリンだ。
どうした？
なんとなく来てみたの。
I swallow hard. Maybe I should explain the situation to Mayuri. They've tried going somewhere safe before, and every single time Mayuri dies. Without fail. But I know she'll feel guilty if I tell her. Mayuri doesn't need to know. Everything will be okay as long as we crack CERN's database and reach the Beta World line.
最近ね、オカリンと話す時間ちょっと減っちゃった。でもね、オカリンの重荷にはなりたくないんだ。
Can I really let it end like this? Shouldn't I tell her what Kurisu was sacrificing for her sake?
もしかしてシャワー浴びてたの？
Mayuri moves behind the sofa, grabs the bath towel on my head, and starts rubbing my hair dry.
オカリン、シャンプーのいい匂いがするね。
I didn't mind the towel so much, but then she buries her nose into my hair and starts sniffing. That's weird. Oh no, I'm getting a phone call. I'll be right back. Just a second. Okay, sorry about that. I was trying to get in contact with my grandma. She went to visit extended family for the week, so I tried to get in touch with her like before the stream, and then I sent her a text. It's like, hey, I'm gonna be streaming, so don't call. And I guess she didn't get that text because she just called. But at the same time, I wanted to make sure that, like, you know, we at least talk tonight. All right, and with that out of the way, let's keep the pain train rolling, I fucking guess. I jerk my head away. Mayuri goes back to drying my hair.
今日ね、コミマ行かなかったよ。
なぜだ？
オカリンのこと気になっちゃったのです。オカリンの辛そうな顔を思い出したらね、コミマを楽しんでなんかいられないなって。だから有明まで行ったけど参加せずに帰ってきたの。
My fingies are cold. Ah. Why must winter be the way it is?
悪かったな。心配かけて。
Aw. Should I tell her? Or should I keep her in the dark?
最近ね、オカリンと話す時間ちょっと減っちゃった。だからね、マユシーは寂しくなっちゃったのかもしれないね。
マユリ、もし俺がお前に隠し事をしてるって言ったらどう思う？
Oh, here we go.
実はオカリンとクリスちゃんは付き合っていますっていうびっくりなこと？
なぜそうなる？
でもね、 オカリンとクリスちゃんはとっても仲がいいでしょ。二人はお似合いだと思うな。
Don't say that now! You're making something harder than it has to be.
そんな話をしているんじゃないんだ。
全部話してほしいなんて思ってないよ。人質だからね。どっちかっていうと何にも教えてもらえないのが普通だもん。
そんな話をしているんじゃないんだ。
Mayuri's hand leaves my head. I look over my shoulder in a panic, thinking she wandered off again. She's there. I grab her hand, perhaps more forcefully than I meant to.
マユシはオカリンの重荷にはなりたくないよ。
Again.
だからオカリンが言ってくれるまで待つの。昨日もそう言ったよ。
一生言わないかもしれないぞ。
それはね、とっても気になっちゃうけど、でもしょうがないかな。
その隠していることがお前に関係していることでも。
マユシーに？
俺はお前を傷つけたくなくて話さないでいるんだ。
そのせいでオカリンは辛い顔してるのかな。だったらね、話してほしいな。オカリンが辛そうなの見たくないもん。
それでお前は傷ついてもいいって言うのか。
Mayuri replies with a gentle smile. She nods without any hesitation. Her smile is so sincere it strikes me speechless.
昨日もさっきも言ったよ。マユシーはオカリンの重荷になりたくないって。
Stop calling yourself that!
あのね、マユシーがおばあちゃんのことで苦しかった時、オカリンはマユシーを人質にしてくれたでしょ。だからね、もしオカリンが苦しい時はマユシーが力になってあげたいってずっと思ってたんだよ。マユシーなんかじゃちっとも役に立たないかもしれないけど。
Useful. Suddenly I remember. Mayuri is going to die tomorrow. I've been through it once before. She died protecting me and her last words were,
やっとマユシーはオカリンの役に立てたよ。
So this is what she meant.
だからね、これ以上辛い顔しないでほしいな。
分かった。
If that's how she feels, I'll tell her everything. I let go of Mayuri's hand and pat the sofa beside me.
ここに座るんだ。
Mayuri does as she's told.
おやつ持ってきていい？
お前は空気が読めないな。
そうだね。
Mayuri sits up straight with her hands folded in her lap.
じゃあどうぞ。
これから話すことは全部事実だ。お前が見た夢とも関係している。そして俺はこの後お前のために仲間を犠牲にするつもりだ。
オカリン。
Anxiety clouds Mayuri's face, but I ignore it and take her chin in my fingers. A switch is already flipped inside of me.
せいぜい後悔するがいい。この俺、狂気のマッドサイエンティストである
The puny defense mechanism comes back in.
行ってきた。 恐るべき所業の数々を聞いてな。
And so I begin, speaking as the mad scientist whose foolish experiments brought everything to ruin. I start with the first raid on the lab. I tell Mayuri how Moeka killed her. Next, I tell her about Suzuha and Ferris, about Luca, Moeka, FB, and Nai. I describe their fates in every detail. And finally, I tell her about Kurisu.
すなわちマキセ・クリスを生贄として俺は新たなる世界へと旅立つのだ。
There was a lot to explain, and Mayuri kept asking questions, desperate to understand the strange concepts I was throwing at her. Thanks to that, the conversation went longer than expected. It's already getting late.
以上がこの俺法王院京馬が考えた壮大なる計画、その名もメイドインヘブンである。
Finally, it's over. Mayuri says nothing. She's staring at her hands, which are clenched into tiny, trembling fists. She looks ready to cry any second.
なぜそんな顔をしている。
Mayuri shakes her head and bites her lip.
オカリンもクリスちゃんも苦しんでたんだね。
Remember when all he was just a cool mad scientist? Or at least someone who was pretending to be a cool mad scientist? Yeah, then he actually became a mad scientist, and there was actually a conspiracy, and it wasn't fun anymore, and it just hurt.
なのにマユシーはのんきにコスを作ってた。こんなのバカみたいだよ。マユシーは何も知らなかった。
Remember when we didn't suffer and writhe in agony? No. Because it's just been that for like the last 6 streams, baby!
お前が責任を感じる必要はないのだ。全てはこの俺による計画なのだからな。幻滅したか、マユリ。だが俺は仲間を平気で犠牲にできる男。故にお前がベータ世界線に行きたくないと言っても、それを聞き入
Typo
れ
in
る
the
つもりはない。
VN. Typo in the VN. Wrong or get their ass! I have to make dumb jokes, or the pain will hit me in full.
お前には俺の人質として絶対に最後まで付き合ってもらうぞ。
Our, huh? Get their ass!
世界に訪れる混沌、これこそがシュタインズゲートの選択なのだ。
Take a sip of water. Take a very sad sip of water. Mayuri ignores my performance. She gets to her feet and lurches towards the door. I quickly grab her by the wrist.
おい、どこ行く？
クリスちゃんに会いに行かなきゃ。ねえオカリン、クリスちゃんに会いたいよ。
No, no, just accept it and join the Cried On Stream Club. I've come close! There's no way I can refuse Mayuri's request. I contacted Kurisu. We arranged to meet up at the UPX overpass at 4:30 in the morning. Jesus Christ! I was wondering why she wanted to meet so early, but I understand once I see her. She's dragging a large suitcase.
お見送りご苦労。
She faces us with a smile.
そのスーツケースまさか。
ああ、そういうことよ。
And nothing but crying stream since December. Yeah! That's what Steins Gate does to a bitch. The only lab mem sleeping right now is Daru. That's true.
帰るのか アメリカに。
Kurisu nods.
もともと8月の頭には帰る予定だったんだけど、どっかのマッドサイエンティストに捕まって予定より長めの滞在になっちゃった。もう私が手伝えることもないだろうし、
Besta, please move.
後腐れなくって意味
Thank
でも
you.
いいでしょ。
Is she doing this for me? Or is she trying to outrun her fear? It's not my right to stop her. Even if I did, it wouldn't change anything. Today, as planned, I will crack CERN's database and move to the Beta World line. I've made my decision. Mayuri is next to me, standing still with her head hung.
マユリ、どうしたの？具合悪いの？
I gently nudge her back.
ほら、マユリ。
She takes one step, pauses for a second, then leaps on my Kurisu with a cry.
クリスチャン。
どうしたの？いきなり。
マユシーはね、クリスチャンがいなくなるの。やだよ。
Kurisu hears the desperate plea in Mayuri's voice. She gives me a look that asks, "Did you tell her?" I silently nod.
マユシーのためなんかに消えたりしないで。ね。
マユリ、お前。
マユシーだってクリスチャンを犠牲にしてまで生きていたくないよ。
I expected Mayuri might say that. It's absolutely essential that I remain firm. I feel bad for Kurisu, but it needs to be said.
それは許されない。俺はマユリを選んだのだ。マユリには救われる義務があるのだ。
Pain stabs through my heart. These words are reprehensible.
クリスはお前のために命を投げ出すという契約をこの俺と交わした。それを保護にすれば最悪がこの地を襲うだろう。
I clench my fists tight to suppress my self-loathing.
クリスの思いを無駄にするな、マユリ。
でも
ありがとう、マユリ。
Kurisu wraps her arms around Mayuri's back, returning the hug.
でも私はもう自分の中で結論を出したし、納得もしてるから。知ってる？あんたって岡部にものすごい愛されてるって。
We're playing this game to put chat in pain.
何を言い出すのだ。
事実でしょ。
She gives me a mischievous smile.
だからマユリが死んだら岡部はすごく悲しむ。岡部にそんな思いさせたくないでしょ。
でもクリスチャンがいなくなったらマユシーは悲しいよ。
そうね。会えなくなると寂しいかな。でもどうせ私は生きてたってアメリカに帰るつもりだったわけだし。だから別の世界線に行っても私はアメリカにいるものだと思えばそう大した違いはない。
そういう問題じゃないもん。クリスチャンが消えちゃうのが嫌なんだもん。ねえ、やめよう。クリスチャンが消えることないよ。
Kurisu separates from Mayuri and gazes straight into her face.
これ以上私や岡部を困らせたらダメ。
She uses a gentle tone as if speaking to a child, and she lightly bumps Mayuri on the head.
岡部、もうマユリの手を離しちゃダメよ。
分かってる。
それじゃあ 私は行くから。もう二度と岡部の顔見なくて済むと思うとせいせいするわ。
She punctuates her insult with a smile. She's so cheerful now. Far cry from the shivering girl in the dark. To see her like this breaks my heart. I'm sorry. I repeat the words in my heart again and again, begging for forgiveness. Kurisu turns to go.
クリスちゃん、行かないで、行かないでよ。
ついてこないで。
She shouts over her shoulder. Mayuri freezes.
同情なんてしないで。惨めになるだけだから。これは私が決めたことなの。
Vesta, please
マユリ
move!
に何を言われ
You're
たって
stretching directly in front of the fucking screen! Please move. Please, baby, please move. Vesta hears the pain and she is here for moral support.
さよなら。マユリ、約束よ。あんたは幸せになりなさい。
She's trying to hide the pain. With that, Kurisu walks away. Early morning Akihabara, well before sunrise. The trains are just starting to run. She disappears into the station, dragging her suitcase behind her. Alone. Mayuri falls to her knees, face streaked with tears. As I approach, I hear her voice.
ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。
お前が謝る必要はない。すべてはこの俺の決断だ。クリスには消えてもらう。俺はクリスを助けない。そして世界には俺が望む混沌が訪れるのだ。俺が許せないか、マユリ。ならば恨めばいい。だがそれでもお前には最後まで付き合ってもらう。俺はお前を救うためにクリスを見殺しにする。だからお前がどれだけ俺を恨もうと、俺の意見に反対しようと、もう後戻りするつもりはない。
I really hope that, like, you're not pushing her to destroy the shit that you've made. Punching a tunie in my head, this dialogue makes me mad. I feel like it's just how he's coping with having to make this choice. But I'm getting the mental image in my head of Mayuri, like, destroying the IBM 5100. Or destroying the time leap machine, which would be even worse. Because, like, we're basically telling her, like, no, I'm choosing to do this. I'm going to do this. We're going to do this. And not really telling her why.
俺の野望は
And I understand why.
誰にも止められない。
See, you're tempting fate. You're tempting fate, bud. Because she might try to stop you. Mayuri slowly stands up. Then she buries her face into my chest, just like she did to Kurisu.
おかりんの本当の気持ち聞きたいよ。
How I really feel? Mayuri looks straight up into my eyes.
おかりんが心の中で思ってることは 素直な言葉で聞きたいよ。マユシーはね、もう重荷になりたくないから。
なってねえよ。
Thank you for finally saying that.
これは俺のエゴだ。俺がお前を助けたいだけだ。お前を失いたくないだけだ。
ありがとう、おかり。ありがとう。
Mayuri tries her hardest to smile through her tears. And then once again, she buries her face into my chest.
いつも見てた怖い夢も、そこに出てくるかっこいいオカリンも、きっと夢なんかじゃなかったんだね。ずっとマユシーを助けようとしてくれてたんだね。ねえオカリン、マユシーはね、オカリンのこと大好きだよ。オカリンがいてくれるからマユシーは毎日笑っていられるんだよ。これからもずっと一緒にいていい？
Of course.
当たり前だ。
I answer Mayuri with my embrace.
そんなの当たり前だろう。一緒にいてくれないと俺が嫌だ。
ね、マユシーは幸せになるよ。クリスチャンと約束したから。
あ
幸せにしてください。
あ
離さないでください。
あ
ずっと大好きでいさせてください。
あ
The radiance of the rising sun pours out between the buildings. Daybreak. As the sky grows brighter, we remain in our embrace, as if to reassure each other that we're still here.
それではこれよりオペレーションベルダンディ最終フェーズを開始する。
Mayuri and Daru turn to me and nod. Today is the last day of Kamima. Daru wanted to attend, of course, but a little begging convinced him to prioritize the operation. I take a look around the lab. These 20 days have seen constant change. It's incredible to think that at one point, this lab had a whole 8 members. And now we're back to 3. The memories we made, the experiences we shared. To save Mayuri, I'll undo them all. There's sorrow in me and guilt. I engraved them deep inside my heart. I'll never forget. I mustn't forget. These long yet short summer days. Still, I choose to erase our memories. I choose to return everything to normal. Suzuha's mission is irrelevant. I'm not doing this for the future. As long as Mayuri lives, nothing else matters.
ダル、始めてくれ。
いいんだな。
ああ。
オキドキ。
Alright, let's go. Daughter starts typing on the IBM 5100. It's already connected to his main computer. This will get us into CERN's central database where they keep the data they mine with Echelon. There we will locate the first email I sent on July 28th and erase all trace of its existence. This I can reach the beta world line. At last, Mayuri will be safe. I look at Mayuri. She's on the couch, sitting straight as a ramrod, with her grandmother's pocket watch pressed to her ear. She stays still with her eyes closed. Whenever Mayuri wants to calm down, she listens to the sound of that pocket watch. Ever since we parted with Kurisu, Mayuri has said nothing about my choice. I guess she's come to terms with it, in her own way. The actual work I've left to Daru, no problem there. While waiting for him to finish, I walk to the development room. In the center of the room is the time leap machine. I squat down and gently brush my fingers against the microwave surface. It's cool to the touch. I've made irreplaceable friends because of this thing. And because of this thing, I've hurt them. But I don't want to blame the tool. It's how you use the tool that matters. And I've got to admit, it's saved me more than once. But still, once this is over, I'll destroy the time leap machine. We must never make the same mistakes again. Fuck yeah!
あったのか俺が送った D メールが
しっかり残ってるよ
Daru points to a string of characters. My name is there, followed by the message I wrote about Kurisu's death. 3 lines total, each 12 characters long. This data led CERN to our doorstep. At FB's instruction, Moeka and the Rounders attacked. If Susaha's right, then by erasing this data, we will escape from Attractor Field Alpha, where CERN dominates the future. That'll take us to Attractor Field Beta. To the Beta world line within its range of convergence. To a future without Mayuri's death. Mayuri is standing next to me, gazing intently at the monitor. She grasps my hand firmly.
大丈夫だ
She looks anxious, so I pat her head to calm her down.
エンターキーを押せばデータは消せるようになってる
Can someone tell me if Daru was buff, he looks shredded? He could be. I think he's supposed to just be chubby, though. Also, thank you for breaking the tension, Val. This has been a pain train of a stream. Daru stands up and gestures to the open seat.
その儀式はオカリンに譲るわ
We're not getting cliffhangered. I am gonna make sure of that. I'm gonna regret saying that. Never mind. I sit down and face the keyboard. This time. This time it ends. Kurisu's face floats through my mind. I close my eyes and take a deep breath. Goodbye, Kurisu. I slowly raise my right hand and extend my index finger. Vesta, move!
勝利の時は来た
Daru twitches at my cry.
この俺はあらゆる陰謀にも屈せず己の信念を貫きついにラグナロックを戦い抜いたのだこの勝利のため我が手足となって戦ってくれた仲間たちに感謝を
I don't know, maybe Japanese keyboards are just like that. I don't know. I've never seen a Japanese keyboard before. I would prefer a cliffhanger because I'm at work still, but don't want to walk home while this is happening. Well, we'll see what happens after this. I'm ending the stream once we get an ending, so it's all up to when we get an ending. One press of this key and Kurisu will die. I firmly grip my coat at the shoulder, where it's been stitched together with jagged pink thread. I may have, I don't know.
俺が望んだ世界なり
I wished for Mayuri to live and Kurisu to die. That is the truth, and I must never forget it.
全てはシュタインズゲートの選択である
Take a victorious sip of water! This is the choice of Okabe Rintaro.
エルプサイコングルー世界は再構成される
Enter key. Hit it! I swing down my finger and strike the enter key. What, baby? We fucking did it! After a while, the spinning stops and color gradually returns to the world. Reading Steiner activated. The world line has changed. I look around the room. Next to me is Daru. Behind me is Mayuri. I reach out to her and she takes my hand with a smile. Everything is where it should be. It looks like nothing has changed at all. I gently touch my coat's shoulder where Kurisu fixed a torn seam. It's gone. My coat isn't torn. The stitches, uneven from having been sewn in the dark, have disappeared. There's no trace of that ridiculous pink thread. I stand up and head to the development room. Underneath the table, the time leap machine. No. That's not the time leap machine. Did you just sacrifice a Tsunade to save the old family friend? Yes, I did! The upgrades Kurisu made are gone. Nothing has changed. This world is exactly the same. What does our phone look like? Strange. In all respects save one, Kurisu was never here. I thought that I was prepared for this. But now that I'm face to face with the cruel consequence of my decision, I feel powerless, defeated. I want to cry.
おかり、どうしたの？
Mayuri runs up and grabs my arm.
なあ、マユリ。
何？
ラボメンナンバー004は誰だっけ？
I need to ask, even though I know what the answer will be.
004？おかりおかり、ラボメンはね、おかりんと
There's
マユシ
never
と
been
ダ
more
ダ
than
君の
3 lab
3
mems.
人しかいないよ。
It's always been just these 3. The tears come. Yeah, let it all out, man. You've been through a hell of a lot. I crumple to my knees and cover my face with my hands.
そうだな。このラボに4人目のラボメンなんていない。いなかったよ。
Her existence was rejected by the world.
おかり、何か悲しいことがあったんだね。
Mayuri rubs my back.
マユシはね、おかりんの力になってあげたいよ。
Yeah. I embrace Mayuri. I stifle my voice and cry.
おかり、泣かないで。
マユリはどこにも行かないでくれ。ずっとそばにいてくれ。頼むよ。
Mayuri tenderly strokes my head.
マユシは
Connor, I don't know what to tell you. You're on the pain train.
これまでみたいにずっと
All trace of Kurisu's existence has vanished. This proves that I return to my original world line. This is the world I struggled to reach. The world Suzuha traveled through time to create. A world where the future is free. Nothing has changed, and yet this is my utopia. We reached an ending, boys! The credits roll! We beat the game! At what cost? God damn. Alright. I mean, I kind of called it, didn't I? Read every name. Bitch, how? Want a fun fact? Yeah, sure. I'll take a fun fact about this ending. At the cost of one tsundere, yeah. Yeah. Wait, can I get copyright struck for this? Hey, Life, can I get copyright struck for this? Audio jungle, audio jungle, audio jungle, audio jungle, audio jungle, audio jungle. I missed every single true ending flag. I missed what? Oh my god! This is the epitome of challenge failed successfully. I can't fucking believe that. You tell me you're not joking. Please tell me you're not joking, because if you're not, that's fucking hilarious. Achievement unlocked, Stardust Sky. I think I can unmute. Novella said, no, I will not play as intended. I don't see how I played as unintended, though. The night of the 17th passed. The night of the 18th passed. And Mayuri still didn't die. I've kept a close watch for 3 days since then. There have been no attacks, no accidents, no sign that something might happen. Novella Cipher, seeker of the saddest ending. I mean, that's generally, like, how I play, visual novels. Like, I remember, back when Mystic Messenger was big and new. Anytime that I was, like, going down a certain boy's route, I'd be like, we are choosing all the wrong answers first. But I was legitimately playing this, like, just normal. I'm surprised that the way I played was the exact opposite. And the zombie land truck comes. Alright, fuck. I need to read. It's after 12:30. I said that we'd end by now, but no. That was enough to convince me that Mayuri is safe. Together with Daru, I destroyed the phone wave and the IBN 5100. Although we have lost the ability to send emails, that is a small price to pay to stay below CERN's radar. Yeah, back when I was, like, in my apprenticeship. I played a little bit of it. I think I got through the blonde kid's route and the white-haired guy's route. And then I was like, you know what? I don't want to... I think it was, like, the real-time mechanic that I was just like, you know, I don't always want to be interrupted in the middle of lessons by fictional boys texting me. And I was like, I'm just gonna look up online what all the routes are. Tenyoji is downstairs in the Bronze workshop, watching TV on the 42-inch CRT like always. When I went to check out Radicon, I found it open for business as usual. A search of the internet turned up no mention of a satellite crash. Instead, I found a small article in the local section of a newspaper dated July 28th. It was a report on Kurisu's murder. There was no follow-up. The culprit is still at large. According to Daru, the police questioned me several times. It was I who discovered the body, after all. Of course, I don't remember any of that. At any rate, Mayuri is still alive. I've accomplished what I set out to do. It's over. Mayuri emerges from the ticket gate, waving her hand as she runs my way. She weaves through the gaps between shoppers and maids handing out leaflets, and when she gets to me, she looks at me with puppy dog eyes. Oh? Why are you crying? Mayuri doesn't answer me, she just strokes my cheek. Gently, silently. She's crying, but she doesn't seem sad. Rather, she seems overcome with emotion. So where's Suzuha? Well, in this timeline, she's not born yet. Suzuha has no reason to use the time machine. So, hopefully she'll grow up as Daru's kid in a happy future where she can be free. I mean, but then again, there's a chance that she might not even be born in this timeline, but I mean... Yeah, I think someone else did in 2000. Either that or... Because, like, in this timeline, it's supposed to be that, you know, SERN doesn't take over, right? But then again, this is probably a bad end, so they might. Mayuri wipes away her tears, making room for her shy, innocent smile.
あのね、マユシーはオカリンの人質から恋人にクラスチェンジしたんだよね。
Yes, you did. Relationship upgrade. I have no idea how to respond to such an embarrassing question. But she's right. Mayuri and I are officially a couple. This is what we wanted, right, Connor? Sorry, that was mean. After these long, painful 20 days, I finally noticed how important Mayuri is to me. Plus, she told me that she loved me.
よかった。夢じゃないんだ。
いいからさっさとラボに行くぞ。こんな草暑いところに立っていたら日射病で死ぬ。
I start walking without waiting for Mayuri's response.
でもね、ラボだってすっごく暑いよ。
Yeah, it only took like a fuck ton of pain and suffering.
扇風機があるだけマシだ。それに喉が渇いた。ドクターペッパーで一服したい。
What about the cat girl, though? I don't know, she's probably still working at the cat cafe. Like, everything's normal in this timeline. This is the timeline before everything started going weird. Gotta get my daily dose of Dr. Pepper. Hot Dr. Pepper, the famous 23 flavor soda. Fuck, I forget the copy pasta. Son of a bitch. It's Sunday. Despite the heat, I see plenty of shoppers laden with bags enjoying themselves on the streets of Akiba. I suddenly feel a void in my heart. Nothing about this town has changed. Yet it feels like something is missing from my life. No doubt it's the gap that was left by Kurisu. There's no such thing as a perfect future. That is a fantasy that nobody can realize. I mustn't forget. This is the future I wished for, fought for, and won. I have what's most important to me. Mayuri. He drinks the Dr. Pepper and the world explodes! The world reset! I should be thankful for that. I'm blessed far beyond the common man. I look beside me and realize that Mayuri's not there. I turn around. She's not there either. Oh god.
Mayuri?
She's gone. She's always like this. Sometimes she just wanders off. Anxiety seizes my heart. Mayuri promised that she would never leave me. This world line is worthless without her.
Mayuri!
I shout her name at the top of my lungs. I search for her in the crowd, but it's too thick to see.
Mayuri!
ここにいるよ。
Ah, good. Okay. I was scared. I turn around to see Mayuri running towards me. In her hands is shaved ice.
オカリン、暑いって言ってたでしょ。だからね、一緒に食べようと思って。
驚かせるなよ。
I feel so relieved. I want to embrace that. Vesta, move! This stream will never be over if you block my computer screen, and you'll never get your wet foods! I feel so relieved. I want to embrace that small body of hers, but we're in public, so I stop myself. I take the shaved ice and hold my empty hand out to Mayuri.
捕まっていろ。
Ah! Congratulations, you now have a permanent abandonment trauma for life! Mayuri takes my hand. Her slender fingers intertwine with mine.
かき氷はラボまでお預けだ。路上で食べたら迷惑だろう。
でもね、溶けちゃうんじゃないかな。
しょうがないだろ
う。そっか。しょうがないよね。
Hand holding? Load! I shouldn't yell. It's 1:45 in the morning. I should not be yelling.
話さないぞ。俺は絶対に話さないからな。
マユシーだってね、話さないよ。
Mayuri puts just a little more strength into her grip. Love for her fills my heart. Suddenly, Mayuri looks up at Radicon.
ねえねえオカリン、あのね、起きているのに夢を見たことってある？
夢？それは白チウムというやつか。
Okabe's object permanence and now regress to pre-infantile states after this.
そういう風に呼ぶの、オカリン物知りだね。あのね、それが誰だかはわからないんだけど、マユシーにはとても大切なお友達がいた気がするの。
何？
その大切なお友達のことを考えるとね、すごく切なくなって胸のあたりがキューってなるんだ。たまにね、声も聞こえるんだよ。
声って？
幸せになりなさいって。
は？
All of that was undone. I erased those memories, sacrificed them.
その人がそう言ってくれたからね。マユシーは今こうしてオカリンと一緒にいられるのかもしれないね。
Perhaps everybody remembers their experiences from other world lines. Those memories may be vague and tenuous, but they're there. They speak to us in the form of dreams, visions, and déjà vu.
もし会えたらありがとうって言いたいな。
I'm not the only one who remembers.
その人誰だったのかな。
きっと神様だ。
そっか、神様ありがとう。マユシーはとっても幸せです。
Aww. Mayuri looks up. She reaches out to the sky like always. She shakes hands with the stardust, twinkling beyond the coat of blue. I look up too, to hold back the tears. And on we walk, hand in hand. We did it! We beat the game! CGI library was added to the extra menu. Wow! Music library. Wow! Movie library. Wow! All right. Well, wasn't that something? What's tips? Oh, okay, it's this. Okay, yeah, no. CG library. Yeah, so we got a lot of them. Oh god, not that one, not that one, not that one. I moused over in an instant regret. Yeah, there's a lot of CGs here that I would rather forget, but... We got a lot of CGs here. Thanks, Novella. I have worse trauma than any Katawa Shoujo ending gave me. Oh, man. Alright, it's fucking late. All unsaved game What? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't have to save. Prologue. Oh, okay, it's going backwards. Interesting, interesting. Alright, we're just gonna... Yeah, okay. Exit the game! Exit the game! We beat it! We beat the game! Yeah, we reached an ending. We reached an ending. I'm gonna try to find a spoiler-free walkthrough on how to get all the endings. And, next time, we're gonna be ending hunting. First try! I did everything wrong! Woohoo! You gotta love it. You love to see it. Alright, well, it's fucking late. I gotta go. I gotta do dishes. I gotta take a bath. I gotta eat some spaghetti. And then go to sleep at some point in there. Ending hunting is even more painful. It's gonna be. Alright, so on to my usual ending spiel. Alright, so if you're new around here and you like what you saw, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell. If you're watching the VOD, like and comment. I am going to be trying to get... You have dinner at 1 in the morning. Listen, I eat when I'm hungry. Honestly, I'm not even that hungry right now. I'm probably not going to eat too much. If anything, I might even just have a couple oatmeal cookies as a snack. But yeah, like and subscribe, follow me on Twitter, I post announcements there. This stream was originally going to be canceled, and then a snowstorm came and let it happen. So you can thank God for letting you guys see the pain a day early. So yeah, have a good night, everyone. We'll be back with more Steins Gate tomorrow. Get your fucking tissue boxes ready. Bye-bye!